I'm going to call the meeting to order. Dr. Rocco?
Notice of this meeting was given to all board members and associates in a meeting notice dated May 16, 2025. Furthermore, on this date, a copy of such notice was sent to the Times, the Trentonian, and the Clerk of the Township of Hamilton. It was also posted on the bulletin board at the entrance to the boardroom in the Hamilton Square Administrative Building. Please rise for the flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Dr. McSheen,
He will not be here this evening.
Ms. Soto,
God bless you for doing that.
Ms. Stanton,
Here.
Ms. Williams,
Here.
Ms. Byrne,
Here.
Dr. Ferrara,
Here.
Ms. Harvey,
She's on her way.
Mr. Kanka,
Here.
Ms. Thornton.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you. So this evening, I'm going to be moving the agenda around just a little bit. We have some very special guests here with us this evening. So Dr. Rocco?
Yes, we're very excited tonight, and thank you everybody for coming out. And I just had an opportunity to talk with our students in the other room. They are very excited to come out here. We have our Scion and Sunnybray students who are going to do a performance for us, and I would like to introduce at this time their principals, Mrs. Vassell and Mr. Kesting.
All right, while they are getting lined up, you need to get this one? This one? Yeah. All right. I don't need the microphone, but they need the microphone. I got you. Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm Diana Vassell, the very proud principal of Scion Elementary School.
And I am Roberto Kesting, the very proud principal of Sunnybray Elementary School.
Thanks, Sue Disler. So as many of you may know, we have a sister school system here in Hamilton, which means that Scion and Sunnybray get to share our music, art, PE, and library teachers. So our music teacher wanted to bring his two choirs together to sing for you tonight, which we love having our students join one another since they share a teacher. So they have had all of 5 minutes to actually sing together. So, but I know that they are going to do a really, really great job, and you are going to love their performance. So as we will get them set up. And then we will introduce Mr. Kingsley, who is our music teacher. All right.
Let me get this in front of you guys. Go right past you. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Hello, everybody. I'm Mr. Kingsley. I'm the music teacher at Sunnybray and Sayan School. And this is not all, but a significant portion of the choir from the two schools. These kids work so hard. All right, we don't have a choir period. This is during recess. Every kid here has given up their recess once a week, every week, all school year long. All right, and it's a really big, yeah, they deserve it. Yeah, and it's their passion for music, their love, and honestly, they're really good. It really helps keep going when the kids are good singers. But they just do an amazing job, and they work so hard. And so we've got a couple songs for you today. Our theme for this year was Disney classics. So we've got a few classic Disney songs we would like to sing for you. If you know the words and you'd like to sing along, you are more than welcome to. If you just want to listen to what the kids are doing, you can do that as well. Either is up to you. Our two songs for you today, the first song we're going to be doing is Un Poco Loco from the movie Coco, and the second song we're going to be doing is Arabian Nights from Aladdin. All right, so here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna blame myself on that one. Very professional, guys. That was awesome. All right. Thank you very much. We hope you appreciated that. Our next song for you is Arabian Nights. All right. Um, who would I'll ask Dr. Rocket, where is he? How would you feel about an encore, since some kids just showed up? All right, thank you. Are we going to do Be Our Guest? All right, everyone's going to sing the whole thing, I guess?
Okay.
It's, you guys, you're good. It's going to be good. It's going to be awesome. All right, if it's not awesome, all right, we are going to try our best with this one. I think it's going to be good. All right, here we go. All right, if you need anything, I need directions.
Walked in and Lucy Daisy, it's a guess, it's a guess, it's a
Yeah, I was not being facetious when I called that an encore. Nobody, raise your hand if you knew that we were going to sing Be Our Guest tonight. Okay, good. Yeah. You didn't know we were going to sing Be Our Guest tonight. All right. Excellent job, guys. I'm so proud of you. It's a delight every time I hear your singing voices. Excellent job. Can we get one more round of applause for them? Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. I'd also like to thank the parents for getting their kids here. I know that was no small task, so I really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
So first of all, let's have a round of applause for Mr. Kingsley and the work that he's doing. I'd also like to thank the parents. I know a number of you are driving from one event to another event to get to these places, so thank you very much. We started our meeting off just right. To all of you, you are fantastic. Keep singing. Don't stop. We have lots of opportunities at the middle school and the high school to get involved, and I know some of you play instruments, so get involved in the band too. And most importantly, enjoy your summer. Parents, thank you very much. Thank you for starting our meeting off very well. And one more round of applause.
Sam, why don't you come out here? Savannah, show Sam where we're going. I don't want to say goodbye to you. All right, follow. We're going out this way. Nice chat. Let's go in there and chat.
I didn't, but my, you want this back? My part was small.
Okay, well, then maybe. All right.
Great. It is absolutely the best way.
That was fun. Hey, that was so cute. They're so cute.
Did you park? I should have told you, park in the parking lot, the driveway. Yeah. And then we're gonna go.
So I'm just going to give a moment for everyone to kind of get reorganized, and then I'm going to pass it on to Dr. Rocco.
There's 59.
Meeting started it. It's called to order.
Okay.
It was good. I needed it because I was traveling nonstop for the last 6 weeks for work. And then my son graduated college last Thursday. And then Friday I had to take him to the airport. I definitely needed it.
He'll drop you off.
Oh, yeah. That's so nice. Did you have Saturday or Sunday?
Had a memorial mass for all members of the family. Mass at the cemetery. It marks the time this had that. They made a big for the action. Monday the parade, so it was
So nice.
and my daughter, my other daughter,
Oh, wow.
so I'm on call.
Yeah.
I've been in
Is she local?
No, she's Lancaster. She's other board members remember last year.
Okay. So I'm going to call the meeting back to order. So first I have to say there's no better way to start a meeting than that wonderful performance from our students. It's always such an honor and privilege to be able to showcase our students' talents, and again, no better way to start a meeting. So at this time, I'm going to pass it on to Dr. Rocco.
Good evening again, everybody. And just as we're celebrating our students, we are also celebrating our teachers and ESPs of the year. And we're very excited tonight. Every May, we take an opportunity to celebrate you. And a number of teachers and ESPs are in the audience. Tonight, we're going to have a little video that's been put together. And then after the video, we do have some certificates for everybody. But I do not want to understate the power of a teacher or an ESP. And many of us that went to school for education are asked at some point in our classes to think about that great teacher that we've had in our careers as a student. And I'm lucky enough to say that I can name 4 or 5 of those people throughout my career. And I'm not going to go through the whole list with you, but each one of them in certain phases of my life made a difference. I'm now 31 years into being an educator, and I still remember that elementary school teacher that made a difference to me. And so I want to tell you, as Teachers of the Year and ESPs of the Year, there are students and families and staff members that see the difference you're making. And that's why you're seated here tonight. That's why we're celebrating you tonight, because of the hard work that you do. And 2 years, 4 years, 20 years down the road, they will remember you and the work that you do. So on behalf of my administration and the Board of Education and the community as a whole, I say thank you for the work that you do. So what will happen next is the board will take a motion to go into closed session. This will give us an opportunity to show the video while we have to do some other work, and then we will be back to continue the celebration.
Thank you, Dr. Rocco. Can I have a motion to go into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion passes.
Whereas NJSA 10:4-13 requires adoption of the board to go into executive session, be it resolved that the board, pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, New Jersey, Title 18A, and the Hamilton Township Board of Education bylaw number 0166, hereby enter executive session to discuss a matter involving student matters, human resource matters, and matters falling under the attorney-client privilege. Be it further resolved that the minutes of this executive session shall be made public following formal action by the board and/or at the conclusion of any investigation, due process, proceeding, or litigation, so long as not prohibited by law, and so long as the need for maintaining confidentiality no longer exists.
We will be back in a little bit. We're going to the faculty level, right down your desk.
Hi, I'm Joe Buchholz, principal of Alexander School, and I am proud to introduce Alexander's Governor's Teacher and ESP Award winners for the 24-25 school year. Mrs. Wendy Katz is an outstanding elementary education teacher at Alexander School. Although she currently teaches first grade, she's an expert veteran teacher who has taught multiple grade levels over her career with great success. Mrs. Katz is wonderful with students and plans thoughtful, engaging lessons that they really enjoy. Her classroom is vibrant and highly organized, where students understand their roles and responsibilities throughout the day. Mrs. Katz is a highly respected member of the Alexander staff and school community. She is a leader and often serves on or leads committees for planning numerous school-wide activities. Alexander is very lucky to have Wendy Katz as a first grade teacher. Mr. Kadir Armstrong has been an excellent addition to the Alexander support staff. Mr. Armstrong is a teacher assistant who works with special needs students in the classroom. He is wonderful with children and really works hard to build positive relations with all the students in his class. He is also kind and a positive role model in our building who knows the names of numerous students, not just those in the self-contained program he works with. Mr. Armstrong is also highly respected by staff members and parents as he is personable and always willing to help out in any situation. Alexander is extremely lucky to have Kadir Armstrong as a teacher assistant. I'd like to again congratulate and thank Mrs. Wendy Katz, our Governor's Teacher of the Year, and Mr. Kadir Armstrong, our Governor's ESP of the Year. Thank you.
What a wonderful year this is at Greenwood Elementary School. I am Dr. Nicole Dickens-Simon, the proud principal. Greenwood Elementary School is pleased to announce its 2024-2025 Teacher of the Year. Ms. Jessica Quintana is our third grade reading, writing, and science teacher. She is the co-chair of the Greenwood Smiles Committee, official school photographer, and district technology liaison. She has created an inclusive classroom environment where everyone feels valued and appreciated. Ms. Quintana advocates for educational initiatives and policies that enhance teaching and learning across the grade span. She has been a Greenwood team member for 5 years and embodies the qualities of an outstanding educator. Congratulations to the Greenwood Teacher of the Year, Ms. Jessica Quintana. Greenwood Elementary School is extremely proud to present its 2024-2025 Educational Professional of the Year. Some professionals make a difference. Others make all the difference. Mrs. Renee Farrat has been the Greenwood Guidance Counselor for over 20 years. Her commitment to Greenwood students, families, and staff extend well beyond the scope of the district job description. She is the advisor of the Crocheting Club, Fitness Club, and Broncos Leaders. She is the committee chair of the Greenwood Climate Committee. Mrs. Farrat leads our school community in the areas of social emotional learning, character development, the zones of regulation, and the reduction of student chronic absenteeism. Greenwood congratulates Mrs. Renee Farrat for being awarded the Greenwood Educational Professional of the Year.
Hi, I'm Pamela Miller, the principal of Kissed Heart Elementary School. It is my sincere pleasure to recognize Lauren Chiappetta as Kissed Heart Elementary School's Teacher of the Year 2024-2025. Lauren is an exceptionally skilled and dedicated classroom teacher who inspires students of all backgrounds and abilities to love learning. As a trusted colleague, Lauren is often sought out by other members of the staff for collaboration, support, or a smile. Her current and former students make it a point to greet her each morning with a high five or a hug as they make their way down the hall. As a teacher leader for our Positive Behavior Supports in Schools initiative, she has encouraged our entire school community to exemplify our core values of respect, responsibility, and perseverance. Lauren continually seeks ways to enhance her already exceptional teaching skills and increase student engagement through academic rigor while making learning fun. The Kistart School community is proud to have Lauren Chiappetta, third grade teacher, as our representative for the New Jersey Governor's Award this year. Congratulations, Mrs. Chiappetta. Congratulations to Ms. Kiera McKee, school counselor, as the recipient of the Educational Services Professional Award this year. Ms. McKee started working as a school counselor in Hamilton over a decade ago. In the past 2 years since Ms. McKee came to Kistart, she has brought positivity and optimism to our school. Whether she's leading the crochet club, running a 5K with Girls on the Run, co-teaching Wayfinder lessons in the classrooms, or chatting with students in the halls, her presence makes the day brighter for staff and students. Ms. McKee is a school leader for the Positive Behavior Supports in Schools initiative and has contributed substantially to its success this year. Her artistic and creative contributions brighten our environment and can be found throughout the school. Students readily seek out Ms. McKee to help them if they are struggling, but also because her office is a cheerful place to visit, and she is always fun to talk with. We are fortunate to have a compassionate and caring school counselor at Kistart Elementary School and are thrilled that Ms. McKee has received this honor. Congratulations, Ms. McKee. Thank you, Mrs. Chiappetta and Ms. McKee, for making Kistart a great place to be. Congratulations on your award.
Hi, I'm Dr. Monroe. I'm the principal of Clockton Elementary School. I'm here to talk about our Teacher of the Year, Ms. Gianna Montez. Ms. Montez is a skilled classroom manager. She infuses sound educational practices with love, care, and bilingual experiences. She's a teacher who brings a diverse experience to the diverse learners in her classroom. Ms. Montez cares about her children. She communicates with parents, knows families, and uses that information to inform her professional practice each day. Students want to come to school and want to learn and want to be in her class every day. She is often found giving hugs, sharing information, and spending quality time with her students. Students often come back to visit her and volunteer to read to her students in her classroom. Ms. Montez is a true part of our Clockton Elementary School community, a person who I enjoy calling a colleague. I'm especially proud of her because she's pursuing her doctorate degree, and I look forward to her to being a school leader one day. Thank you, Ms. Montez, for everything you do here for Clockton Elementary School, our students, and our school community. Mrs. Kaylin Vizzoni is our ESP of the Year. She is the definition of a veteran educator who I have personally seen her educational practice change students academically, socially, and personally. Mrs. Vizzoni is a true pillar in our community. She is willing to help any member, student, staff, or family member with anything they may need to remove barriers to learning. As an academic interventionist, Mrs. Vizzoni knows all of the students and knows how to help them achieve their academic goals. Thank you, Ms. Vizzoni, for everything you do each day for our students, community, and us. Mrs. Vizzoni and Ms. Montez, thank you for all you do each day here at Clockton Elementary School for our students, our staff, and our school community. We love you, and we thank you every day.
Hola, hello, and bonsoir. My name is Senora Peak, and I am the principal of Cooser Elementary School. Today, I'd like to speak to you about two outstanding educators here at Cooser Elementary School. First, I would like to begin speaking about Mr. Wiley. For 22 years, Mr. Wiley has been a cornerstone of Cooser Elementary School, dedicating his career to special education with unwavering passion. His continuous pursuit of professional growth, including training in Orton and Gillingham and restorative practices, reflects his commitment to providing the highest quality of education for all of our students. Beyond the classroom, Mr. Wiley fosters a strong sense of community through his active participation in all of our active school activities and events. A true leader among his peers, Mr. Wiley has mentored countless novice teachers and served as a role model throughout his career here at Cooser. Mr. Wiley's steadfast dedication and belief in his students' limitless potential have left a lasting mark on the Cooser community. Congratulations to Mr. Wiley, a truly deserving recipient of the Teacher of the Year Award. Now I would like to talk a little bit about Miss Lupp. For the past 4 years, Miss Lupp has been the heart of Cooser School, serving as our dedicated nurse with unparalleled care and compassion. Her office is a sanctuary where all 525 Cooser students find safety and support, with Miss Lupp attending to 60 to 80 students daily, addressing everything from minor injuries to real emergencies. Her community outreach is remarkable. She organizes annual dental health visits for students and is striving to provide additional medical services to our students and families. She helps to actively reduce absences by assisting families with setting up appointments for vaccinations and physicals. She is a beloved personality at all of our after-school events. When the students see her, they light up and rush to her to give her hugs. Miss Lupp is more than a nurse. She is a trusted advocate and integral part of our school community. Thank you for your service, Miss Lupp, and thank you for your service, Mr. Wiley.
Hello, HDSD family. I'm Jen Marinello, proud principal of Layler Elementary School, and I have the honor of recognizing two incredible educators here at Layler Elementary who make a lasting impact on our students and entire school community. First, our Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Casey Blutstein. For the past 7 years, Mrs. B has been a dedicated special education teacher, bringing patience, creativity, and unwavering commitment to her students. She creates a classroom where every child feels seen, valued, and capable of success. Her passion and advocacy truly make a difference, and we are so lucky to have her at Layler. Next, I want to recognize our outstanding school counselor, Mrs. Elizabeth Franco-Kopek. Not only does she provide support, encouragement, and guidance to our students every day, but she is also a proud former Layler student herself. She walked these very hallways as a child, and now she's here making a difference for the next generation. Her dedication to the well-being of our students and school community is truly inspiring. Please join me in celebrating Mrs. Blutstein and Mrs. Franco-Kopek for their incredible contributions to our school.
Hello, my name is Joyce Gallo. I am the principal of Langtree Elementary School. Our first candidate for Teacher of the Year is Cindy Crawley. Cindy is a first grade teacher who has been teaching for 21 years. She is a hard worker and dedicated to her profession. She is very focused on her students and works well with other teachers to make sure her students are receiving all they need. In the classroom, Cindy has high expectations of her students, encouraging them to try their best in all lessons. She consistently pulls small groups to work with students at their ability. Cindy can think on the spot, providing differentiated instruction and creative, thoughtful lessons. In her quiet but firm voice, Cindy is able to maintain and run a smooth, efficient classroom, providing help to all students. Cindy's students are lucky to call her their teacher. She is well respected by students, co-workers, and families in the community. Cindy is a valuable asset to Langtree, and we are super happy to have her. Langtree's ESP of the Year is Danielle Muscanera. As a dedicated member of our child study team, Danielle has consistently demonstrated exceptional leadership skills, a collaborative spirit, and a deep commitment to supporting her colleagues and students. Her extensive knowledge of the special education code and our school's policies and procedures have been particularly noteworthy, as she is always able to provide insight and informed advice when needed. One of Danielle's greatest strengths is her ability to create a positive and welcoming environment, both for her colleagues and the students and parents she works with. Her friendly demeanor, warm smile, and approachable nature has a way of putting everyone at ease. We are very fortunate to have Danielle at our school and are proud of all of her efforts and hard work. Thank you to both Cindy and Danielle for all they do for Langtree School. We are so fortunate to have them and appreciate all that they do to help our staff, our students, and our community.
My name is Barbara Morales. I'm the proud principal of McGaillard School. It is an honor and privilege to acknowledge McGaillard School 2025 Teacher of the Year and Educational Support Person of the Year. These two candidates have been chosen by their colleagues for their outstanding attributes and abilities as educators. I am proud to announce that Ms. Samantha Syberry is McGaillard's Teacher of the Year. Ms. Syberry is a lifelong Hamiltonian and a lifelong learner. Ms. Syberry has worked at McGaillard as a special education teacher in the resource room, and for the past 3 years, she is a K-2 language learning disabilities teacher. She is intelligent, innovative, organized, and an exceptional teacher. Mrs. Syberry stays abreast of instructional strategies to help her students succeed. The information that Mrs. Syberry learns, she turnkeys and shares with her colleagues during faculty meetings. Ms. Syberry was given an opportunity to showcase the learning in her class by Hegarty. The Hegarty team came to McGaillard to record her working with her students while she was utilizing their Hegarty Bridge to Writing program in 2024. She was also part of a Hegarty webinar titled Navigating Writing Instruction. Ms. Syberry truly is a gifted educator, and I know that she will continue to make a difference in the lives of her students, staff, and our McGaillard proud community. Congratulations, Ms. Syberry. You are so deserving of this award. Our amazing educational support professional of the year is Mrs. Lauren Rose. Mrs. Rose has taught kindergarten, first grade, and was a second grade teacher for 14 years in a previous district. She has been in McGaillard School for the past 3 years, and she is an academic interventionist. Mrs. Rose has embraced this new position. She's bright, dedicated, passionate, and is an outstanding educator. She's gone for training as part of our school's MTSS data team. She brings many excellent and creative ideas to this position. She's a lifelong learner, and recently Ms. Rose was trained the Orton Gillingham model, which she utilizes on a daily basis when she's working with her students. She goes above and beyond on a daily basis to help her students, staff, and families. She will help them in any way possible. We are so proud that Mrs. Rose received this outstanding award. Both of our recipients are so deserving of this award. Our McGaillard proud family is a better place because of the both of you. Congratulations to Mrs. Syberry and Mrs. Rose.
Hi, I'm Jack Byrne, the principal of Mercerville Elementary School, and I am pleased to announce Lauren Butler as Mercerville's Teacher of the Year. Mrs. Butler has a unique ability to connect with students and foster a love of learning. She tailors her teaching strategies to accommodate diverse learning styles, ensuring that every student feels valued and supported. Her classroom is a safe space where students are encouraged to express themselves and take risks. She goes above and beyond to help students who are struggling, both academically and socially. Her commitment to fostering a positive and supportive learning environment has earned her the respect and admiration of students, colleagues, and parents alike. Mrs. Butler's passion for teaching, commitment to student success, and innovative teaching methods create a dynamic and engaging learning environment for all students. We are incredibly fortunate to have her on our team. I am thrilled to announce Lauren Tormey as Mercerville's Educational Professional of the Year. Ms. Tormey is a huge asset to the Mercerville school community. She is an excellent communicator to students, staff, administration, and our families. Ms. Tormey knows each student's name, grade level, and homeroom teacher without looking it up. She is always willing to step into a classroom and assist with social, emotional, or behavioral problems. She works with teachers to create and implement behavioral plans and collect student data. This year, she is also spearheading the implementation of our new social emotional curriculum. Ms. Tormey is an integral part of our multi-tiered system of support. She has put in hours of time and effort to get this program up and running. Ms. Tormey never seems to run out of creative ideas. This year, she implemented a behavioral management incentive program for our school cafeteria called the Golden Spatula, and she has created trophies for the classes that display the best cafeteria behavior each week. Lauren Tormey continues to exceed expectations as our school's guidance counselor. So on behalf of all of us here at Mercerville School and the entire community, I would like to send out my most deepest gratitude and congratulations to both of these well-deserving women.
Hello, I'm Michael Gambaluca, principal of Morgan Elementary School. Today I'd like to congratulate our ESP and Teacher of the Year. First, our ESP of the Year is Mr. Nicholas Gillett. Nick is currently in his second year at Morgan Elementary as an educational assistant. Prior to coming to Morgan, Nick worked for 13 years in the mental health field with adults with schizophrenia. Nick is a team player who instantly developed a high-quality rapport with both students and staff here at Morgan. In the classroom, he helps model expectations while addressing the unique needs of individual students. His patient and calm demeanor is an asset to the entire ASD program here at Morgan. Congratulations, Mr. Gillett. Our Teacher of the Year is Mrs. Mangone. Mrs. Mangone is currently in her 6th year of teaching at Morgan Elementary School. She's been teaching kindergarten for the past 3 years, and prior to that, she taught 1st and 2nd grade. Mrs. Mangone earned her bachelor's degree from TCMJ and a master's degree from the American College of Education. She is an inspiring teacher who connects with her students, igniting their curiosity and helping them believe in themselves when they are unsure what they are capable of. But her greatest quality is that she comes to work every single day with a smile on her face, and her positive attitude is truly contagious. Congratulations, Mrs. Mangone. I'd like to conclude by thanking both Mrs. Mangone and Mr. Gillett for their contributions and dedication to Morgan Elementary School.
Hello, my name is Katie Mallon, and I'm the principal here at Robinson Elementary School. I'd like to share with you our Teacher of the Year and Educational Service Professional of the Year for the 2024-2025 school year. This year's Teacher of the Year is Mrs. Maria Colgan, kindergarten teacher. Mrs. Colgan is not only an accomplished professional and expert in her field, but also an inspiring mentor and advocate for her students, colleagues, and the community at large. Her dedication to fostering a love of learning, coupled with her innovative approach to education, makes her a true asset to our school and the Hamilton community. She creates a vibrant, inclusive classroom where every child feels valued, supported, and empowered to succeed. Whether celebrating a student's success or guiding them with a challenge, Mrs. Colgan demonstrates a profound ability to connect with her students, instilling confidence and a lifelong love of learning. She is at the forefront of piloting new curricula, programs, embracing fresh approaches to enhance her students' learning experiences, and much more. Her willingness to explore new strategies and commitment to professional growth make her a role model for her peers and contribute to the culture of excellence at Robinson Elementary School. Our Educational Service Professional of the Year is Mrs. Charity Walter, our school counselor here at Robinson. Mrs. Walter is an indispensable asset to Robinson Elementary School, consistently exceeding expectations in her role as school counselor. Her unwavering dedication to the well-being of our students, teachers, and families is truly remarkable. Mrs. Walter's deep compassion for students is evident in her proactive and personalized support. She has profoundly impacted the lives of numerous students, guiding them through challenging times with empathy and expertise. Beyond her work with students, Mrs. Walter is a pillar of support for our staff. She fosters a collaborative and supportive environment, readily offering guidance, brainstorming solutions, and providing a listening ear. Mrs. Walter's tireless efforts and unwavering commitment to the students and staff of Robinson Elementary School make her an exemplary candidate for Educational Service Professional of the Year. Both of these staff members embody the qualities of an outstanding educator. Their positive impact on our school community is immeasurable. Robinson is lucky to have these staff members as part of our community. Congratulations again to Maria Colgan and Charity Walter.
Hi, I'm Diana Vassal, very proud principal of Sayin Elementary School. We are very proud to honor Mrs. Tracy Haight as our 2024-2025 Teacher of the Year. Mrs. Haight has been a Scion Lion for 25 years. Her impact has been felt throughout all of the generations of students that she has taught. I want to share with you some words from her nomination. Mrs. Haight is an incredible teacher. When my son entered second grade last year, he had no zest to read. He was unable to read above a kindergarten level. Mrs. Haight never gave up on him. She encouraged him every day. He started to ask for books and wanted to read. By the end of last school year, he was on grade level. Every parent that I speak to shares the same wish that I have. We wish Mrs. Haight could be their child's teacher every year. While we know that's not possible, it speaks volumes to her skills and her character. Tracy is so passionate about teaching, saving kids from plummeting below their abilities, and knowing that success is possible with hard work, determination, and thanks to her, my son's a reader. Congratulations, Mrs. Haight. We are very proud to call you ours. Our Educational Support Professional of the Year is Ms. Nicole Nami. Ms. Nami has been a staple in the Scion community for several years. She first started working with our medically fragile students in our MD program and is now working with our students in the social thinking program. Her patience, calm demeanor, and positive attitude have been a huge asset to these programs. She is willing to take on any task that is asked of her to support her kids. Her passion for their success shines every single day. While you may not always hear her because of her calm footprint in the building, we always know that she's here and can rely on her to support our Scion Lions. Thank you, Mrs. Haight and Ms. Nami, for all you do for the students here at Scion Elementary School. We wouldn't be the school we are without you.
Ready to have a crazy and wild show.
covered, chocolate covered mountaintops and a water.
Hello, and welcome to Community Champions. This is Roberto Kesting, your host. Today we celebrate Mrs. Joanne Moriello, Sunnybray nurse. During her distinguished 46-year career, Mrs. Moriello has been a school nurse for 21 of them. Previously, she spent 25 years as a nurse at St. Francis Medical Center. When describing Mrs. Moriello, words like kind, caring, and dedicated come to mind. Mrs. Moriello is a leader who her colleagues go to for advice. She gives the Sunnybray staff confidence even in a crisis, as she is calm under pressure. Mrs. Moriello is a community champion due to her selfless nature. Students can go to her if they need something to eat. She has snacks and drinks for them in the fridge. She has worked with community partner, the First Presbyterian Church of Hamilton Square, and provided canned goods for their food pantry. This was from donations provided by our students and families at Sunnybray. She's a liaison for the Shine and Inspire Closet at Sunnybray. Another give back project Mrs. Moriello has facilitated is a giving glove tree, where students who need winter gloves can come and get them. The entire school community is extremely grateful for Mrs. Moriello's daily care of our students and staff. She is a shining example of a community champion. This program was made possible by contributions to your PBS station from viewers like you.
Double the smiles. Are you ready for the wildest paint set you've ever?
Maria. What is the National Education?
This is Rob Kesting from TMZ. We are anxiously awaiting the arrival of Sunnybray Teacher of the Year, Miss Emily Rickett. Miss Rickett.
Yes.
Can I get a few questions?
Of course.
Miss Rickett, you are a tech liaison, you're a math leader, you're an amazing teacher. How do you do it all?
Well, I'd like to say, I run on Duncan.
So what is your favorite part about being a teacher?
Well, besides these ones, just coming in every day and, seeing the kids' happy faces and working with them.
So do you have a message for your students and your adoring fans?
Oh, my fans, they mean everything. I would say keep up the hard work, try your best, and you can do hard things.
There you have it. What an amazing story. What an amazing teacher. This is Rob Kesting from TMZ, signing off from Sunnybray Elementary.
Hi, I'm Dr. Disler, the proud principal at University Heights Elementary School. It is my absolute honor to introduce University Heights Elementary School's Governor Teacher of the Year recipient, Mrs. Sonia Pacino. Mrs. Pacino, or P as she is affectionately called by her students, is an incredible special education teacher who works with our grades 3 through 5 multiple disabilities population, helping students develop essential life skills. She is patient, kind, and caring, always working closely with her students and their families to ensure every child's needs are met. Her energy is contagious and she brings out the best in everyone around her. She arrives early, stays late, and goes above and beyond to support her students in every way possible. One of my favorite things about her classroom is Food Friday. Every week, students learn how to prepare a snack, and at 2 o'clock, a student proudly arrives with a special treat, a small but wonderful reflection of the joy and confidence she instills in them. Please join me in celebrating Mrs. Pacino, a truly dedicated and inspiring educator. It is my absolute honor to introduce University Heights Elementary School's Educational Support Professional of the Year, Mrs. Allison Rowland. As a learning disabilities teacher consultant on our preschool child study team, Mrs. Rowland plays a critical role in the lives of our youngest learners and their families. She is often the first person families meet as they begin their journey, guiding them through what can be an emotional and challenging process. She takes on the difficult task of informing parents that their child may need early intervention services, delivering this message with grace, dignity, and deep compassion. Affectionately known as Belle, she reminds us of the beloved Disney princess, not just because of her kindness, but also her bravery, intelligence, creativity, assertiveness, and unwavering loyalty to her students and their families. Her impact is immeasurable, and we are so grateful for the work she does every day. Please join me again in celebrating Mrs. Rowland for her well-deserved honor. Thank you to both Mrs. Pacino and Mrs. Rowland for their support and everything they do for University Heights. We appreciate them.
At Wilson Elementary, we are beyond fortunate to have teachers who go above and beyond, but one shines especially bright. This year, we are honored to recognize Mrs. Giro as our Teacher of the Year. She has the heart of our Wilson families, bringing learning and joy beyond the classroom. Through her quarterly family nights, she empowers parents with tools to support their children at home. She pours her energy into creating a beautiful yearbook, planning staff celebrations, and organizing unforgettable fun night events like dances and sporting events. Mrs. Giro is truly a ray of sunshine, not just for her students, but for everyone in her school community. Congratulations, Mrs. Giro. Wilson Elementary is a better place because of you. Wilson Elementary is filled with incredible educators, and this year, we are thrilled to recognize Mrs. Melody Vernon as our ESP of the Year. Mrs. Vernon is always there, ready to help anyone at any time. Her dedication goes beyond the classroom as she organizes family nights focused on literacy and math, giving families meaningful ways to support their children at home. The impact of her work is undeniable. She dives deep into data, helping teachers pinpoint specific learning needs for greater student growth. Colleagues often seek her guidance and expertise, knowing they can count on her for insight and support. Wilson Elementary is truly lucky to have Mrs. Vernon. Congratulations on this well-deserved honor. Congratulations to our Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Giro, and our ESP of the Year, Mrs. Vernon.
Hello, I'm Rich Chiz, the proud principal of Yardville Elementary. It is with immense pride that I announce our 2024-2025 Teacher of the Year, Miss Madeline Asquith. If you're looking for a teacher who truly does it all, Miss Asquith is that teacher. Her professional and positive attitude towards teaching is truly remarkable. She creates a warm, inclusive environment where every student feels welcomed and valued. Ms. Asquith understands that her students are individuals. She takes the time to build relationships, offering support for their problems, comforting them when they are hurt, and simply listening when needed. She consistently finds new and exciting ways for her students to learn, from creative projects to starting a school newspaper. Her dedication to making learning enjoyable and motivating is evident in everything she does. You'll often find Ms. Asquith working long hours, planning lessons, creating handmade birthday cards for her students, and crafting personalized awards for each of them at the end of the year. Her commitment to student success, innovative teaching, and dedication to our community make her an exemplary Teacher of the Year. We are incredibly lucky to have her at Yardville. Please join me in congratulating Ms. Madeline Asquith, our 2024-2025 Teacher of the Year. I have the distinct honor of recognizing an individual who truly makes Yardville Elementary a better place. It is with great pleasure that I announce our 2024-2025 Educational Service Provider of the Year, Ms. Raymonda Kardashian. Raymonda goes above and beyond in everything she does. She is without a doubt a wonderful asset to our entire school community. Her kind heart and radiant positive energy are felt by everyone who has the privilege of interacting with her. She's not just a great colleague, She's a great friend to many of us. Her knowledge of child development is evident in how she skillfully guides our youngest learners through the challenges they face in their first year of school. Raymonda's calm presence is a source of comfort and reassurance for both students and staff. She makes everyone feel supported and understood. She takes the time to build lasting relationships with her students, which is clear to see in the many smiles and hugs she receives each day. Our students absolutely adore Miss Kardashian. It is with sincere appreciation that we recognize Raymonda for her unwavering dedication and exceptional service. Please join me in congratulating Miss Raymonda Kardashian, our 2024-2025 Educational Service Provider of the Year. Thank you to Miss Asquith, our 2024-2025 Educator of the Year, as well as Miss Kardashian, our 2024-2025 Educational Service Provider of the Year. You are both amazing educators, and we appreciate you.
Hi, I'm Robin Ivanisic, and I am the proud principal at Yardville Heights Elementary School. I am happy to say that our Educator of the Year, Eric Liberman, is a dedicated teacher who is highly respected by the community. He advocates for the students and for his colleagues by participating in committees and always attending community activities. He makes strong student connections, and he has such an engaging teaching style. He has students problem solving, collaborating, and always looking to find more answers about things. He inspires kindness, hard work, and respect always. His passion for teaching and his positive impact on the students makes Yardville Heights a great place to be. Miss Basha Brock is our Educator Services Professional of the Year, who is calm, compassionate, and is able to handle very stressful situations for all. She connects with the students through empathy and compassion. She has a positive attitude and is willing to help all of her colleagues. She's dedicated to the well-being of our students, and this makes her an invaluable asset to the Yardville Heights team. I want to give a huge congratulations to Mr. Liberman and Mrs. Brock on their wonderful achievements here at Yardville Heights Elementary School. We are so proud of both of you.
My name is Matt Finaccio, and I'm the proud principal of Crockett Middle School. It is with tremendous pleasure that I get to introduce Miss Carolyn Knipe as Crockett Middle School's Teacher of the Year. For 9 years, Miss Knipe has worked as a resource and in-class support teacher. She is a pillar of the school community, a dedicated teacher whose commitment to student success is truly inspiring. She works tirelessly to support students facing a wide range of academic and social challenges, never hesitating to give her time and energy. Beyond her own classroom, Ms. Knipe has stepped up as a mentor to her colleagues, and when our school was facing staffing challenges, she took a leadership role to ensure that not only her students, but all students continued to thrive. Ms. Knipe's proactive approach ensures that no child is overlooked. She provides personalized support, refuses to accept "I don't know" as an answer, and empowers her students to challenge themselves and reach their full potential. Furthermore, her open communication with staff and parents creates a vital partnership in the educational journey. Congratulations, Ms. Knipe. This is a well-deserved honor. It is an extraordinary honor to introduce Ms. Shanna Williams, our Educational Support Professional of the Year. Her dedication and compassion enrich our entire school community. Shanna is a constant source of support, making herself readily available to both staff and students. Her caring and collaborative nature shines through in everything she does. No problem is too big, and she tackles every challenge with grace and dignity. Shanna's top priority is the emotional well-being of our students, ensuring they thrive academically while feeling supported and understood. She wears many hats, serving as our school banker, taking a lead role in our 8th grade awards night, and playing a vital part in our MTSS initiative. And as if that weren't enough, she generously volunteers her time to work with students on important events like our Black History Assembly. Please join me in celebrating Shanna Williams, a true asset to our school. Thank you to both Ms. Knipe and Ms. Williams for making our school the great school that it is. We appreciate everything you do.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Walker, principal of Grace Middle School. I'd like to congratulate Crystal Skinner for the 24-25 Teacher of the Year. Ms. Skinner has been with Grace Middle School for years now. In addition to being an amazing special ed teacher, Mrs. Skinner has been instrumental in multiple initiatives here at Grace Middle School. Years ago, she was instrumental in starting a mentor club where mentors met with students that were dealing with troubles, as well as starting a community closet here at Grace Middle School. Community closet is a place where students may go find gently used clothes, toiletries, book bags, and school supplies. We love Ms. Skinner. She's a valued employee. Congratulations again, Mrs. Skinner, for the 2025 Teacher of the Year. Congratulations to Ms. Jennifer Valio for the 2024-2025 Grace ESP of the Year. Mrs. Valio is a valued employee here at Grace Middle School. She works with some of our most vulnerable students in the district. She works with our MD population. I really want to highlight her time in the Gladiator Cafe on Fridays, where she's helping students serve dishes, measure, cook, pour coffee, pour tea. She is one of the first people I see in the morning, always welcomes me with a bright smile. One of the last people I see when I leave out, again, sending me home on my way with a bright smile. Never down, always an upbeat employee. We love her, we thank her, and congratulate her again on being the 2024-2025 ESP of the Year for Grace Middle School. Congratulations to both Mrs. Skinner for being Teacher of the Year and Mrs. Valio for the ESP of the Year.
Hi, I'm Patricia Landolfi Collins, principal of Reynolds Middle School. It is my honor to announce our school's Educational Service Professional of the Year, Mrs. Donna McManaman, and Teacher of the Year, Mr. Matt Pavlov. These individuals have demonstrated extraordinary dedication to our students, and the selection reflects the high standards set by the New Jersey Department of Education. I'd now like to invite two outstanding Reynolds Middle School 8th graders to present these well-deserved awards.
Hi, I am Francesca Sabero. I'm honored to introduce this year's Educational Support Professional of the Year, Mrs. Donna McManaman. With over 30 years of dedicated service, Mrs. McManaman is an exceptional counselor whose mentorship and guidance have positively impacted countless students. She has cultivated a wonderful rapport with both students and their parents, creating a supportive and trusting environment. Mrs. McManaman also works collaboratively with staff, advocating tirelessly for her students and ensuring that their needs are met. She consistently goes above and beyond, finding practical and effective solutions to the everyday challenges we face. Congratulations to Mrs. McManaman.
Hi, I'm Emily Guzman. I'm delighted to introduce this year's Teacher of the Year, Mr. Matt Pavlov. Mr. Pavlov is currently celebrating his 10th year at Reynolds, where he is a dedicated and deeply valued Spanish teacher. His engaging classroom environment fosters student success, and his positive spirit is truly contagious, impacting students across all grade levels. Even on the most challenging days, Mr. Pavlov's unwavering enthusiasm for teaching shines brightly. Beyond the classroom, Mr. Pavlov's translation skills are an invaluable asset to our school and the Spanish-speaking community. He collaborates closely with teachers, guidance counselors, and administrators, bridging communication gaps and ensuring that all students feel connected and supported. Congratulations, Mr. Pavlov.
On behalf of the administration at Reynolds Middle School, I would like to congratulate Mrs. Donna McManaman and Mr. Matt Pavlov. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Kathy Nolan Havens, the principal of Hamilton Educational Program, and it is with great pleasure that I announce the Hamilton Educational Program's 24-25 Teacher of the Year Award to Mrs. Jennifer McKay. Mrs. McKay began her career in the Hamilton School District in 2017 as a special education teacher at HEP. In the building, Ms. McKay wears many hats. As a special education teacher, she has taught math, science, and technology. She has been the Behavior Modification Trip Coordinator since 2018 and the Building Technology Liaison since 2019. As a special education teacher, she demonstrates unwavering dedication to fostering individual growth in each student, celebrating their unique strengths and nurturing their potential. Ms. McKay sets high expectations for her students, and the students aim to meet them. Her collaborative spirit and commitment to continuous improvement make her an invaluable asset to our school community. As the Behavior Modification Trip Coordinator, she arranges a variety of trips from paintball, which is a favorite, to Great Adventure. Students strive to earn these trips. Congratulations, Ms. McKay, HEP's Teacher of the Year. I am truly honored to present the Hamilton Educational Program's 24-25 Educational Support Professional of the Year Award to someone who embodies compassion, expertise, and the unwavering support, our school nurse, Mrs. Amy Yanisel. She has been a registered nurse for 30 years in many different disciplines of nursing before becoming a school nurse in the Hamilton District in 2019. As a proud graduate of the Hamilton School District, she gives back to the school community she loves. The role of nurse at HEP extends far beyond bandages and temperature checks. Ms. Yanisel navigates the unique challenges of our students with grace and skill. She is a constant presence, a calming force, and a trusted confidant. Ms. Yanisel doesn't just treat physical ailments, she understands the intricate connection between physical and emotional well-being. She has become very adept at recognizing the signs of anxiety, stress, and emotional triggers that bring students in to see her in the office. She is an essential part of our team, and we are incredibly grateful for her contributions to the HEP community. Congratulations, Mrs. Yanisel. Congratulations to both Mrs. McKay, Teacher of the Year, and Mrs. Yanisel, Educational Support Professional of the Year. Job well done.
Good evening. My name is Brian Rogers, Principal of Steiner High School. I would first like to congratulate all the award recipients tonight. I am proud to present Steiner High School's Teacher of the Year to Mrs. Nicole Caruso and Educational Service Professional of the Year to Mrs. Brianna McCallan. Mrs. Caruso has been a social studies teacher at Steiner High School for the past 16 years. She is currently Student Government Association advisor as well as freshman field hockey coach. Mrs. Caruso has a remarkable ability to inspire and empower her students. Under her guidance, the Student Government Association has successfully run and organized events that promote school spirit, fosters community engagement, and encourages student participation. Ms. Caruso's dedication to her students is evident in her tireless commitment to their growth, both academically and personally. Her lessons are inclusive and go beyond the classroom. Mrs. Caruso takes the time to connect with all of her students and offers guidance and support. She takes pride in providing the most enjoyable high school experience for our students and puts in extra time to make lasting memories. Nicole Caruso's efforts have significantly enriched our school community, and her impact on the students' lives is profound. Ms. McCallan has been a guidance counselor at Steiner High School for the past 5 years. Ms. McCallan is empathetic and takes pride in the academic, social, and emotional growth of our students. She works hard to ensure that every student reaches their potential and is prepared for the next chapter of their life once they graduate from Steiner High School. Ms. McCallan maintains open lines of communication and has built strong relationships with students, staff, families, and the community. She is always available to any student in need and always willing to lend a helping hand to her coworkers. Ms. McCallan comes to work each day ready to nurture, motivate, and inspire every student she encounters. We are very fortunate at Steiner High School to have two dedicated staff members in Mrs. Nicole Caruso and Mrs. Brianna McCallan guiding our students. Congratulations, both of them. These are honors very well deserved. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Frank Ragazzo. I'm the proud principal of Nottingham High School. We are proud here at Nottingham to recognize Miss Kim Cordella as our ESP of the Year. Ms. Cordella is the heart of our Media Center, fostering a love of reading, supporting students and staff, and ensuring access to valuable resources every single day. Her commitment to creating a welcoming and engaging space for learning has made a lasting impact on our school community. Congratulations, Ms. Cordella, and thank you for everything that you do here at Nottingham. On behalf of North Star Nation, I am extremely proud to recognize our ELA teacher, Mr. Dave Tees, as this year's Teacher of the Year. With a remarkable career, marked by passion, dedication, and a deep love of literature, Mr. Tees has inspired generations of students to find their voice and to think critically. As he prepares to retire at the end of this school year, we celebrate not only his well-deserved Teacher of the Year recognition, but also the lasting impact he's had on our entire school community over the years. Thank you, Mr. Tees, for your unwavering commitment and exceptional service to Nottingham High School. You will be greatly missed. Thank you to both Ms. Cordella and Mr. Tees for all they do for Nottingham High School.
Hi, my name is Brian Smith, and I'm the principal of Hamilton High School West. Amy Nemeth has been recognized as the Hamilton West Educational Professional of the Year for her exceptional dedication and impact as speech therapist. She works tirelessly to support and guide our students, helping them overcome communication challenges and achieve their full potential. Amy's compassionate approach and expertise makes a significant difference in the lives of the children she works with, fostering their growth both academically and socially. Her commitment to improving students' speech and language skills has earned her well-deserved recognition as a leader in the field. Jess Simon has been named Hamilton West Teacher of the Year, and it's a recognition well-deserved. As an exceptional English teacher, Jess is not only a fantastic resource for her students, but also deeply connected to the school community. Her ability to understand and engage with the students makes her a standout educator. This year, she has also taken on a coaching role with the girls wrestling program, further demonstrating her commitment to supporting and empowering the students in and out of the classroom. There's truly no one more deserving of this honor, and I am proud to be her principal. I'd like to thank Amy Nemeth and Jess Simon for continually being fantastic resources for our students and just integral into Hamilton West community.
I would like to call up Dr. Altabello.
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for being here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through the schools. We're going to call out the Teacher of the Year and the ESP of the Year. And if you're here, we invite you to come up, receive your certificate. For those of us who couldn't make it tonight, we will be sending your certificates inter-office mail. So from Alexander School, the Teacher of the Year is Wendy Katz. The ESP of the Year is Kadir Armstrong. From Greenwood, the Teacher of the Year is Jessica Quintana. And the ESP of the Year is Renee Forat. From Kistart Elementary School, Teacher of the Year is Lauren Chipetta. And the ESP of the Year is Kiara McKee. From Klockner Elementary School, the Teacher of the Year is Gianna Montes, who I don't believe is here. And the ESP of the Year is Kaylin Vizzoni. From Cruiser Elementary School, the Teacher of the Year is Matthew Wiley. And the ESP of the Year is Cindy Loop. From Layler Elementary School, both the TOY and the ESP could not be here, but we'll announce their names. The Teacher of the Year is Casey Blunstein, and the ESP of the Year is Elizabeth Frankopek. From Langtree Elementary School, again, both individuals could not be here tonight. The Teacher of the Year is Cindy Crawley, and the ESP of the Year is Danielle Muscanara. From McGalliard Elementary School, Teacher of the Year is Samantha Siberi. And the ESP of the Year is Lauren Rose, who could not be here. Mercerville's Teacher of the Year is Lauren Butler, who couldn't be here. And the ESP of the Year is Lauren Tormey, who also couldn't be here. Morgan's Teacher of the Year is Sierra Mangione, who I don't believe is here. And the ESP of the Year is Nicholas Gillette. From Robinson Elementary School, the Teacher of the Year is Maria Colligan. And the ESP of the Year is Charity Walter. From Sayin Elementary School, the Teacher of the Year is Tracy Haight. And the ESP of the Year is Nicole Nami, who couldn't be here. From Sunnybray Elementary School, the Teacher of the Year is Emily Rickett. And the ESP of the Year is Joanne Moriello, who couldn't be here. From University Heights Elementary School, Teacher of the Year is Sonia Pacino. And the ESP of the Year is Allison Rowland, who couldn't be here. From Wilson Elementary School, Teacher of the Year is Brittany Jarrow. And the ESP of the Year is Melody Vernon. From Yardville Elementary School, Teacher of the Year is Madeline Asquith. And the ESP of the Year is Rajmanda Kadarshi, who couldn't be here. From Yardville Heights Elementary School, the Teacher of the Year is Eric Liberman. And the ESP of the Year is Basia Brock, who couldn't be here. From Crockett Middle School, the Teacher of the Year is Carolyn Nipe. And the ESP of the Year is Shayna Williams. From Grice Middle School, the Teacher of the Year and the ESP of the Year could not be here. Teacher of the Year is Crystal Skinner. ESP of the Year is Jennifer Vallejo. From Reynolds Middle School, both candidates couldn't be here, but the Teacher of the Year is Clarence Matthew Pavlov, and the ESP of the Year is Donna McMinion. From High School East, the Teacher of the Year is Nicole Caruso. And the ESP of the Year is Brianna McKellen, who could not be here. From High School North, the Teacher of the Year is David Tees, couldn't be here. And the ESP of the Year is Kimberly Cordella. From High School West, the Teacher of the Year is Jessica Simone Estep. And the ESP of the Year is Amy Namath. Couldn't be here. And last but certainly not least, from HEP, Teacher of the Year who couldn't be here is Jennifer McKay. And the ESP of the Year is Amy Yanisel. Congratulations, everyone.
think she gave them to you. Just after you whenever Cameron's not done.
Oh, boy.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad it's nothing like, I thought it was
Yeah,
something else.
definitely.
Okay.
Brush it off when I was
Over there, my other friend that's using it
for our two new scientists.
I want to see you on the camera. She's in her zone.
Okay, so at this time, we're going to go on to announcements, and I'm going to start with the superintendent's report.
Thank you, everybody. And again, thank you to our teachers and ESPs of the year as we celebrate you, and we appreciate the hard work that you do. A few items that I have tonight. All schools in the district will be administering the NJ School Climate Inventory from May 21st to June 6th. We encourage all parents, students in grades 3 through 12, and faculty to complete the inventory. More details are coming to each building and will be in the community update, which is going out tomorrow. Congratulations to our high school marching bands. On May 19th, they had the honor of playing and marching down Main Street in Disney, and they did a wonderful job. I had an opportunity to see the video of them marching down there, and I wish I was there too. Congratulations to Coach Gialella on his 500th win as a baseball coach. Some congratulations to some teams: Steinert High School Softball, CVC Colonial Division champions. And if you remember last June, when those ladies were here for their second time as a state championship, I wanted to book them for this year. So I'm hoping that they do well in the state tournament. That's starting now. Boys lacrosse, Steinert is CVC Patriot Division champions. They also had a state game today. Nottingham had a state lacrosse game today. The girls lacrosse were CVC Patriot Division champions. Congratulations to Mrs. Vassal and to Sion Elementary School. They were just named a National School of Character. On May 12th, I had the pleasure of attending the New Jersey School Board Association meeting for Mercer County. At that meeting, our district was recognized multiple times. First, it was recognized for the School Leadership for Exemplary program. This award went to Alexander Elementary School for their journey to becoming a river-friendly school program. Congratulations to Alexander faculty and staff for this wonderful recognition. This is the third time our district has won the School Leadership Award for exemplary programming in the last 5 years. So that says something about our district, and I would like to thank members who have written those proposals over the last couple of years, specifically Dr. Farrar for her work. Additionally, our district Board of Education members were recognized. I'd like to congratulate Megan Stanton for receiving her new board member certification, Dina Thornton for the 10 years of service milestone, and Rich Kanka for the 15 years of service milestone. All three were recognized at that meeting. Tonight, I'd like to also notify the community that I have some recommendations to the Board of Education for the Sion and Mercerville principals. This was an extensive search with 4 rounds of interviews. I'm very excited to recommend 2 outstanding educators and leaders as the next principals at Sion and Mercerville later on in our agenda. Finally, as most in our community know, the Board of Education approved a facility strategic plan in January after years of work by dedicated faculty, staff, administrators, and community members. One of the most obvious needs among many facility needs in our district was the building of a preschool to educate our youngest students, both regular education students and special education students. This project and the entire facility strategic plan are bold steps to move our facilities forward for our students, staff, and the whole community. Some of our facilities are well over 100 years old, and we needed a bold move to move us forward and improve them all.
The Board of Education was very clear on multiple occasions that this is a process with many steps, and the board would do their due diligence at each step. As part of that due diligence, all structural planning and operational concerns were addressed over the last 5 months. The need for preschool education, not daycare, as some have so unfairly called it, has been supported and applauded by research, educators, our governor, and locally elected officials. One elected official was quoted as saying, "The importance of early education cannot be stressed enough, as it will pay dividends, not only for them, but serve as the building blocks for our state's future. This investment in New Jersey's next generation makes us stronger and better prepared for the challenges of tomorrow." According to the state of New Jersey, in a March 2025 report on preschool, children who attend the state preschool program had lasting effects on achievement in language arts and literacy, math and science, and that those achievement effects were roughly twice the size for children who had 2 years of preschool versus just 1. The study also found that preschool participants reduced grade retention by 15 percentage points and reduced the need for special education services by 7 percentage points. Yet, the idea for preschool and the project itself has met with some concern and some very negative comments about the children that would be educated in that facility, and false comments on the size of the facility by referring to it as a mega preschool. In spite of numerous presentations, meetings, a traffic study, a step-by-step process where the board diligently assessed each phase, and revisions to the plan based on the concerns expressed by the community, the board has asked that the preschool project be temporarily put on hold at this time. Sadly, the ones who will lose the most from this are those who can't stand up to speak for themselves, and that is our next generation of students. But I want to be very clear here. The board and this administration remains committed to helping our youngest learners so that all students have a strong foundation for the future and for their success and ultimately all of our success. That ends my report.
Thank you, Dr. Rocco. At this time, I'm going to go on to Board of Education members. I'll start with Ms. Soto.
Good evening. And just to echo Dr. Rocco's comments about the 3 marching bands, I had the privilege of actually attending with them and was in Florida last week and was beyond just blown away by the 3 bands coming together. They are one band with one sound for one Hamilton, and it was such a privilege and honor to be there to witness that. If you do not follow HTSD on social media, please go and check them out. The videos are on all the platforms, and you can see the performance there. Also was able to watch them march down Nottingham Way for Memorial Day. So as we saw this meeting kick off with just some young budding musicians, we have so much talent in this district, and it's just been so wonderful to watch many of these students grow throughout the years, and I'm very sad to be, that this being the last Disney year for me. But they couldn't have done a better job, and I was just thrilled to be a part of it. So thank you to this district and to all of our music teachers and art teachers for what they do for our children.
Thank you, Ms. Soto. Dr. Ferrara?
Thank you, Mrs. Thornton. I want to talk tonight, we're celebrating teachers, and there is a district physical education teacher, John Talencio, who is once again riding to raise funds for Anchor House. According to the Anchor House website, the Anchor House was founded in 1978 by a group of concerned citizens to help move youth and young adults who had run away or are experiencing homelessness. And the anchor in Anchor House is a metaphor to represent a ship dropping its anchor in a safe place to rest and wait out the storm. A former HTSD student, now an adult, Denise Bard, spent some time at Anchor House. She wrote about her experience in her book titled 30-Second Moments and the Women Who Raised Me. And she has visited our district several times and sits on the board of Anchor House. So the district has a bit of a connection there. This summer, from July 13th to the 19th, Mr. Talencio is taking on the challenge of cycling 500 miles within 7 days. He wrote, "Each day will push me through over 75 miles and 4,500 feet of climbing, a test of endurance that pales in comparison to the daily struggles faced by the courageous children at Anchor House. This milestone year marks a decade of my commitment to making a difference, and I aim to raise $10,000 to help sustain vital programs that have supported countless families for 47 years. Anchor House offers essential services, including emergency shelter, counseling, and providing a lifeline for at-risk students." There are other community members who also ride for Anchor House, and anyone wishing to donate to a cyclist can find information at anchorhouseride.rallybound.org. There was an important birthday celebration last week at Morgan School. Mr. Leo, one of the school's crossing guards, turned 92 years old, and the school had a celebration for him. I can only conclude that the man is fearless, because I've seen what many of our district crossing guards face on a daily basis, and for a 92-year-old to go out and cross children, it's a very brave man. So I just wanted to shout out a thank you to Mr. Leo and a happy birthday to you. And finally, as many of you know, I have been well engaged with the history of our district. And this past week, I kind of went down a rabbit hole reading about Mr. Rowan, where Mr. Willie's school, the Willie Hep School, is on Rowan Ave, and was reading an article about Mr. Rowan, who was dying at 89, referencing Jeremiah Layler, who Layler School is named after. And I don't know if any of you know, but the land on either side of Layler Street, 300 acres worth, was owned by the Layler family. And the names of the children are on the streets. Catherine, the name that the school's on is Mr. Layler's father-in-law. But more interesting is the story that I found from 1927. Throughout Mercer County, with the exception of Trenton and Princeton Borough, the public schools opened today. This was September of 1927. Among the schools receiving pupils for the opening school year is the new $200,000 Layler Grammar School in Hamilton Township. The erection of this school will greatly relieve the congestion in the township due to the rapidly increasing enrollment. There will be about 375 pupils enrolled in this school. The majority of them will come from the Duthsville School, which is now being abandoned. To further relieve congestion, pupils from the Willie School, which is now HEP, will also be transferred to the Layler School, and the Rowan School pupils, which is now a fire station, where there have been part-time classes, will be transferred to the Willie School. The township during the summer erected an 8-room addition and an auditorium to the Klockner School and made extensive alterations to the Kuzer School where there has been time. 11 teachers have been assigned to the Layler School. So I guess the more things change, the more they remain the same. That's all I have.
Thank you, Dr. Farrar. Ms. Stanton?
Yes, good evening. I just wanted to, first of all, again, thank our fantastic performers this evening, our students from Sayin and Sunnybray, and Mr. Kingsley, who is just fantastic. It was great of him to show us everything he's working on with the students. I also wanted to speak, Ms. Soto had mentioned the Memorial Day Parade. It was fantastic. The bands really performed great together. I love to see all 3 schools combining. It was also really great to see some of our younger students that were out there with their extracurriculars, their sports teams, our different scout troops. And so that was really positive and great day for the community. Again, I'm going to remind everyone, please use the crosswalks, drive slowly and safely around our schools, and discourage all of the jaywalking, as we are examples for the children. And lastly, although the last few days isn't really a great example of it, we do have warm weather and summer coming. So I wanted to remind everyone, wear your sunscreen, stay in the shade. No matter the shade of your skin, everyone is at risk for skin cancer and has the risk of being burnt. And again, stay very hydrated, and everyone enjoy these last few weeks of school.
Thank you, Ms. Stanton. Ms. Harvey?
Thank you. I had the pleasure of attending Crockett's orchestra performance 2 weeks ago, and it was a fun night, and I just want to congratulate the orchestra students. They showed off their talents. I also want to congratulate the Bright Club of Grace Middle School. They entered a video contest put on by Capitol Health, and there were 351 submissions from across New Jersey, and Grace came in first. You can actually go on either the HTSD site and watch it, or Grace's site, and as a result of their efforts, the Grace PTA actually received a $2,000 donation from Capitol Health. So congratulations to those students. If you watch it, you'll actually learn a lot. They talk about eating healthy, and it's a great little video that they put together. Just to echo what Ms. Stanton said, I did receive an email from a concerned parent, and I would like to note that in addition to not you turning in front of the schools, as it's a danger to pedestrians and the students, but you also shouldn't double park too. That's a concern too, that you need to be careful that, because it blocks the visibility for those who are safely navigating on the streets and creates a danger. So we do want to keep our students safe, especially given the height of most of the students at those schools.
Thank you, Ms. Harvey. Ms. Williams?
Thank you. I just want to say, as I'm sitting here, I'm thinking of what I want to say, and I just want to, I'm going to get a little emotional probably just because of the teacher appreciation. I can't thank all of our teachers enough, and everybody who supports them, just because, I mean, maybe because I have a senior that's graduating this year, but I can't say enough, and I cannot stress enough how you guys are truly like the bond that holds it together between the families, right? I know it's a partnership. So I just want to we're so grateful for each and every one of you for you guys are difference makers. You guys are making a difference. We appreciate you more than you know. And I just want to thank you for the partnership just all the time. So congratulations to everybody. And I thank everybody, whether you won an award tonight or not, maybe next year, but just keep doing what you're doing. And thank you all for the role that you play in our children's lives and trying to make it better for them, and also for the partnership with the parents, because it's truly recognizable and it's felt, and we appreciate it. So thank you. With that, I also want to say thank you to our student reps up here this year. Thank you, Sai, so much. And thank you so much for taking an interest in what you do. And for wanting to be part of what we do. It definitely makes a difference, and you guys are definitely continue that in life, and I just thank you. Thank you for being here. And I also wanted to thank Sunny Bray and Sayin students and their music teacher for performing tonight, and you know, that's our future, right? So the fact that they were here and we continue to engage with them and have them here in front of us, I just love that we do that. So again, thank you, everybody. That's really all I wanted to say.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Ms. Byrne?
Yes, thank you. Good evening. I attended the DCR meeting, the last of the year, and it was a celebration of the year. There were some people from the community there. There was large sheets for them to sign for suggestions for the board. Under curriculum, there was a suggestion for SEL for middle and high school. For climate and culture, there was a suggestion for more opportunities to get together as a community to encourage support throughout the school year. And under discipline, there was a suggestion for dress code for high school students, just reading what I wrote, what they wrote. And under the HIB, there was a question as to whether the consequences and interventions, how can they be improved? So just relating what I heard and saw, there was juice and snacks, and it was a great meeting. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Byrne. Mr.
Thank you. A couple weeks ago, I attended the
the orchestra and band concert for Saying School. It was held at Grice Middle School. I wanted to thank Mr. Walker and his staff for accommodating the kids over there, and they put on a really good show. And the place was it was packed. It was standing room only, so there was no way that this could have been held at Saying School at all. But the choir performed, the string band, and the orchestra. It was a great night. So,
Thank you, Mr. Kenka.
that's it.
We're going to move on to our student representatives. Going to start with Nottingham, Lanai Odom.
Hello. So the school year is ending, so I don't have much to say. Dr. Rocco already spoke on our lacrosse. That's the main sport right now, along with track. We started our AP testing this month. Our spring vocal concert was the 14th. Like they said, the bands, our band already went to Disney. I know another band is going later on down the line. Also, the Memorial Day parade, when they walked, I got to see the video as well, and it was very beautiful. I was very proud to see a lot of my friends and classmates doing that. Outreach for the Stars volleyball took place the 23rd. Consumer Bowl participants were honored at the Hamilton Council meeting on the 20th. And our alumni share, so this month, we had Dr. Sundeep Saini. He graduated Nottingham in 2006 and is now an orthopedic surgeon. And he just shared a lot of insight on the medical field, and he kind of kept everybody engaged through use of slideshow, and I don't believe we got to see that with anybody else so far, so that was really cool. And on a last note, I just want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to be a board member or representative. It's been really fun.
Thank you. And from Steiner, Gino DiNatale.
Hello. So for the month of May, Steiner had the Celebration of the Arts, May 22nd. Our spring band and vocal concerts were also this month. Our band Disney trip, again, our band did a really good job with the other two schools performing on Disney. Our athletic teams are in the state tournament. Our senior prom is June 6th, and after prom is right after at Steiner. Our senior trip is this Monday, June 2nd, to Hershey Park. Mr. SHS was May 1st. Congratulations to Mr. Peer Leadership for winning. Decision Day is tomorrow, May 29th, for the seniors. Our peer leadership training is starting up. It's going to be this Friday, this Saturday, next Saturday, and then Monday the 16th wraps up peer leadership training. Our Powder Puff game is June 12th against West at West. Our spring pep rally and senior send-off is June 13th. Our senior award night is June 10th at Rider University. And lastly, our school is celebrating those who advanced at Teen Arts, and that will be held June 3rd and 4th. Thank you. And also, I just want to say thank you for this opportunity to serve on the board. It's been really an honor to have my voice heard throughout just these months. And I encourage the board, even though I won't be attending Steiner next year, I continue to encourage the board to listen to students and to really get a feel for where we're coming from. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
And yes, so Cameron Mooney from Hamilton West was not able to be here this evening, but Gino DiNatale will be giving her report.
So for Hamilton West, the Mr. Hamilton West was a blast. West had 8 amazing contestants who acted, sang, and danced their way to victory. Their winner was Mr. Sprinter Marcus Fortune. Again, the West versus Steiner Powder Puff game is June 12th. Hamilton West junior class is having a senior sunset. It's coming up soon. West Senior Decision Day is June 4th. West Art Show was tonight with many pictures, sculptures, and paintings. And lastly, West Choral Concert was also tonight, so that's why Cameron couldn't be here tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we do have on our agenda this evening to recognize our student representatives, but since we kind of are gonna maybe have you for one more meeting, if you guys would like to join us in June, we were gonna wait until then so that we can congratulate you in June. And I would like to say thank you to our student representatives. I've always said what a wonderful opportunity it is to hear directly from our students of all the wonderful things going on in our schools, all the events, all of the academic and extracurricular. So I want to thank you all for the opportunity to work with you guys. It's been an honor, and we do wish you all the best in your future endeavors. But don't ever forget, the door is always open. So we're going to move on to, right now, board committees. And I'm going to start with Mr. Kanka for finance and operations.
Thank you. The Finance and Operations Committee met on May 21st at 8:30, and I would like to thank the committee members who attended and all the senior staff that attended the meeting. It was a very, very long meeting, so we'll try to go through this as quickly as possible. We started out with, let's see, we had the capital project updates. We have the Layler School project. It's a ROD grant project that was awarded in '24. It moved to a multi-year project because of some issues with obtaining a transformer from PSE&G. So that's really the only thing holding that project up. The North Auditorium, which was also awarded in '24, work has begun on the auditorium itself, and it's actually ongoing right now. But what the contractor did was they put partitions up so students couldn't access the area, students or staff, and they put in a designated entrance into that area that is fenced off outside. If you ride by the school, you'll see it right next to the new main entrance. The high school roofing project is ongoing at this time for all three schools. That work has also begun, and it's moving along at a pretty good pace, and we're hoping to get that done before the school year starts in September of '25. The Robinson bathroom project was awarded just a couple weeks ago, so that's in the initial stages of starting. Electrical upgrades at McGalliard and Klockner was also awarded, and that is an ongoing project that's getting ready to start. The Yarville Heights boiler, the bids are being prepared for that project to get those boilers updated or changed over at Yarville Heights. Mrs. Atwood had reported that there was if you remember, we had upfronted some funds for some projects for ESSER 3 over the past year or so, and to the tune of about $1.9 million that we fronted that money, and then the federal government was stopping the reimbursement of those projects. But I'm happy to report that we will be getting our money back. The amount of money that we won't be getting back is the amount of money we did not spend, which comes to about $20,000, but we will be getting about 1.7 back from that grant. The U.S. Department of Education response extended the time frame for the grant, and the New Jersey DOE opened up the system to the district to request the reimbursement funds expended up to this date. Hamilton has requested all monies expended and once paid be fully recovered for all costs incurred. And then we moved on to, and I had mentioned that the the unused portion of the $20,000, we won't be being reimbursed because we did not use those funds. A facilities update was given to the board, the committee by Mr. John Miranda, the facilities director, on the new work that was awarded to the master libraries. We looked at the demo of 3 different systems, benefit changes to the main master libraries, paperless and cloud-based, use of tables by all trades and staff. The facility system will be tied into outside users for availability of, if you want to go to rentals or something, you'll be able to find out online if that facility is available for the date that you're requesting. The way they do it now is a request is put in, then about a half a dozen or a dozen phone calls have to be made. Now it's all done. It's going to be done online, and we're hoping to have that system up and running by July 1st, and that will also be inclusive of the work order system that we currently have in the district for all the trades people that have work orders, and so we can have a status of what's going on readily at hand online. The committee also discussed the time needed for the staff to become familiar with the new system, and suggested that the trades staff begin working as soon as possible so we can get up to speed. Hopefully, we can work as a training over the summer, and then when September rolls around and schools open up, we'll be up to speed on everything. Facilities is working on an IT to develop training videos and other professional development opportunities for the school departments to put work orders and run the reports and use the system effectively. There's work on reopening 2 east bathrooms across from the cafeteria. That's hopefully be done by 2025. And there was a report given by the facilities director that they were able to get into one bathroom, the boys' room, and they were able to find out what was working and what was not working, because those rooms had been closed for several years. They did say that there was water was working in the boys' room, but the girls' room had so much storage in it they couldn't get to the sinks or the toilets. And I hope they're working on that to find out what's needed in those areas. There were some concerns about some drains on the urinals. There was some buckets under the drains, so that's going to be an ongoing project, and it may be once the walls get opened up, we may find more pressing issues with some of the drain issues over there, but it is a work in progress, and hopefully we'll get that ready for September. The lead testing status is almost completed and will be submitted for certification. It's due for completion on June 30th of 2025, which is a requirement for the district to make sure that anything that has any type of lead-based pipes, such as copper pipes with lead solder, we have water filters on every single appliance or anything that where you can ingest the water, sinks, anything. So those filters are changed on a regular basis. They are dated, monitored, and they are logged on when those filters have been replaced and when they're ready to be replaced. And I was assured from the facilities department that the filters are changed on an annual basis. Summer projects coming up. There's going to be some paving at West Crockett, Mercerville. The bid award is on the May agenda, which is tonight. Electrical upgrades, wiring at the high school to support additional lunch lines. We're requesting quotes on that. As you know, there's going to be an extension of those lunch areas due to the upcoming year with block scheduling. So we're going to need some extra electrical upgrades to accommodate the new equipment. There's a floor replacement at West, 3 rooms, East, 2 rooms, Reynolds, 1 room, and the Klockner Library. The ceiling at the Steiner is a continuation project around the office area and the entrance area into the school. There's a multi-year plan for the elementary library upgrades. Bathroom partition replacements are continuing. They're going to do all the schools eventually, but this year, Mercerville, Wilson, University Heights, Cooser, and Greenwood are slated for those replacement. And then there's an update to the courtyard PA system over the summer by the staff itself, and this is in conjunction with the block scheduling and the expansion of the lunch areas. Students will be allowed to sit outside and eat, and so we have to have some type of notification system for the students. And there's also going to be which is tied into the fire system, strobe lights out there in case you can't hear the announcement due to unseen circumstances. So there's going to be strobes and a automated an audio system out there. There's some tree trimming issues going on at West due to the fact that PSE&G is changing some utility poles, and we spoke about how that company comes in and they just sort of, for better words, they just cut whatever they need to get involved with the change of the utility poles. So there's going to be we're talking about actually tree removal over there. Some of those trees are actually planted pretty close to the foundation, and we all know what roots can do with under the ground where you can't see. They'll seek anywhere, a crack anywhere to go in and destroy whatever's in their path. So whatever we remove, we're also going to replace. If we remove 10 trees, we're going to replace those 10 trees somewhere else on the property. We also talked about the courtyard over at Steiner, where there's some trees that are infringing on the new roof that's being put on there, and a lot of the roof is being destroyed by the tree dirt and branches and leaves sitting up there. It clogs the roof drains up. So there was some talk about trimming them back, but it's an ongoing discussion on whether to remove or to trim back to maintain the integrity of the roof. But if there's going to be removal, in that case, there's also going to be a replacement of whatever's being removed over there. And then we had an update on the OSHA 30 training for our trades guys. We're hoping to have, I was told by the director that we're hoping to have everybody completed by September of 25 with the OSHA 30 training. Mr. Miranda also gave us an update on some new project emergencies. And one was the Steiner bathrooms, which I had already discussed. There There was in the library at East, there was a heating unit that's 60 years old that is in dire need of being replaced, and they're evaluating what options they have right now at this time. And then we had talked about there was a drain backup in the Klockner Courtyard area, and that's another thing that's going to have to be looked at, whether the pipe has to be fully replaced or maybe the pipe can be lined to accommodate the drain, the water that has to be drained out of there. Right now, it's not draining, so they're in fear that that pipe may have collapsed. Then we talked about there was some roof challenges over at HEP that we were talking about. We're deciding what to do there. We're going to look at possibly maybe trying to patch that up if it can be done. If not, then it looks like it may be a full roof replacement. Depends on the condition, and they're also going to seal up some areas around the roof under the soffit where there could be some infiltration of some flying critters. So they're looking at that right now. And then we also, and that's under the same heading, Cooser has a deteriorating sewer line, and they're looking at the options for that for the summer of 2025. The line has split, and as you all know, Cooser it's probably the original line over there. And we all know that school is over 100 years old. So hopefully we can get that all squared away in the summer work of 2025. We briefly discussed the update on the east and the west pools. Schematics of both pools were shared and discussed, and a layout of what could possibly be in those two areas, and how we can use that to the most efficient way of adding more learning space to those two facilities. Part one of the project is to fill those pools in and disconnect all the pool's mechanicals, and part two reconfigures the room to use for designated space for students. That's the preliminary discussion right now. We have Spiesel, our architect, is going to work on the proposal and the engineering costs of that particular project on those two pools, and that's on tonight's agenda for approval. Then we moved into our food service vendor, Mascios. They're up for a one-year renewal. The guarantee for Mascios was reduced this year due to the fact that there was, let me look at my notes here real quick. There was increases in management fee, food costs, salaries. So instead of raising the prices of the cost of lunch and breakfast, the committee's recommending that we accept the reduced costs on the guarantee down to $225,000 to cover those added costs, and no increase in lunch prices for the year of 25-26. Then we moved on to Synergistics. It's a one-year renewal of a program that monitors our energy management system to make sure that our systems are being managed efficiently to get the ultimate savings in our energy costs. This was put on after our ESIP project, and it's just a one. We had I believe it was a 5-year contract last time. This is just a 1-year renewal on that particular company. And there was the subscription busing. There's no change in the program or the cost, and we'll go on tonight's agenda, or it may be on tonight's. I don't think it's on tonight, but it's going to be on June with no changes for the subscription busing. And we talked about, as Mrs. Atwood brought up last month, about there's a substantial amount of canceled checks or checks that weren't cashed that we had sent out to vendors or maybe an individual, and the total of that comes to about $6,000, and that is an item on tonight's agenda to eliminate those, to stop those payments on those checks. So once everybody was made aware of, if you got a $2,000 check, why didn't you cash it? And then I believe that concludes. Sorry it's taking so long. It was a long meeting. And then we were also handled, this is an all-committee item. We were also handed a final traffic study for the Robinson Preschool project. That study is posted in the Board Docs library, and the committee recommended posting it on the district website with the other preschool information under Robinson. I'll do one more. We also talked about the attorney services and discussed what those services are going to be and the future of those services. And our next meeting is scheduled for June the 4th at 8:30 a.m. If anybody has any questions on anything that I just read, if you can remember any of it, I'll take it. I'll take them right now. It was a really long meeting, and we talked about a whole lot of stuff. It was like 2.5 hours.
We did, Mr. Kanka. So I'm going to start with any questions from board members. I'll start on this side, Ms. Soto. Dr. Farrar.
I just want to tell you, Mr. Kanka, it is an avian ramada at Willie at HEP. We went down to identify the birds to make sure that they weren't like songbirds. They're house sparrows, pigeons, and starlings. And as we were sitting in the car, we could see them with the sticks flying into the roof. So it's quite busy there. We should charge them rent.
It's a busy hub.
Yeah, it is.
No questions, thank you.
Harvey?
No, thank you.
Ms. Williams?
No, thank you.
Ms. Byrne?
No, thank you.
Mr. Kanka, do you have anything for negotiations? I don't believe we do at this time, correct?
Well, we did have a discussion on the unaffiliates, and I was with the committee, Dr. Rocco, Dr. Copeland, and we came to some type of we had some type of a proposal, and as of yet I haven't heard anything that's been finalized, but we did put something out.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kanka. So I'm going to move on to Personnel Committee. Ms. Soto?
Thank you. So the Personnel Committee met on May 21st at 6:15 p.m. I, along with Dr. McSheen, were in attendance with Dr. Rocco and his leadership team. The first item of business we discussed was in regards to the Office of Administration. Dr. Altabello shared that his administrative assistant will be resigning, going on maternity leave, and won't be returning, so she can stay home to raise her child. Given the nature of the position and the things involved, an internal posting went out, and recommended for appointment tonight is Nicole Miller, currently the head secretary at Scion, so it will be a promotion for her under item 9 on the agenda. We also tonight, under motion 3, we will be asking for approval for our annual reappointments, which take place every May. And of course, as always, Personnel Committee reviews vacancies for the current vacancies, as well as things that may be coming down the line. And recruitment efforts are always ongoing. They will continue throughout the summer with the goal, as always, to fill each vacant position. We also discussed stipends for the technology department. And the purpose really is to recognize our tech employees and ensure that they continue to maintain industry standards and obtain their certifications in specific areas. Those stipends would go into effect July 1st and then would be reviewed annually. We also took a look at our current campus monitor position. It is on the agenda. Item number 14, we would like to abolish this position description. And just to clarify the position itself, there will still be monitors on campus. They, however, will not be a district employee. They will be through our Tri-Shield third-party vendor who supplies that support. So the campus monitors currently in position, no one is being eliminated. It's just not something that will be renewed once they retire, once they leave, then the position will go through Tri-Shield. In addition, we looked at a revision to our special services supervisor position. Again, position is not really changing, just the update to the description was made to reflect current state requirements and changes in the special services department. And in addition to that, we discussed some of the things that Mr. Kenka had already addressed in all committees, one of which was the new MTSS supervisor position that was presented to the committee. It's a restructuring of our former supervisor of administration position. The position was already budgeted for the 25-26 school year, so there would be no impact there. And Dr. Rocco also shared with the committee 2 individuals that he has brought up for recommendation tonight to fill 2 vacancies in our elementary school positions. And then I think everything else was covered by Mr. Kenka, so.
Thank you, Ms. Soto. Do I have any questions in regards to personnel? Mr. Kenka?
No.
Ms. Byrne?
No.
Ms. Williams?
No.
Barbie?
No, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Soto. Do you have, being that Dr. McSheen could not be here this evening, I believe you will be doing our DCR committee report?
Yes. So as Ms. Byrne stated, the final meeting of the DCR took place on May 13th in the Nottingham Media Center. And the meeting featured a mixer and an open forum format. And during the mixer, they gathered a diverse range of topics that were they hope to address in the upcoming school year. And the open forum centered on enhancing communication and notification strategies to ensure that all stakeholders remain well informed about the DCR committee and the meeting schedule. Some of the key action items identified during the open forum included accepting invitations to present at PTA meetings to introduce the DCR committee to school staff and parents and encourage participation, Continuing participation in the summer school pop-up events to engage with the community, and then collaborating with school principals to request presence at school events like concerts and shows to continue to disseminate information. They'd like to explore the possibility of including the DCR committee information in back-to-school forms and facilitate some information sharing through school communication platforms such as Class Dojo and the Remind app, and potentially include a link to committee on individual school websites. They'd like to explore opportunities for communication through the district's mobile application with the technology department, and possibly offer virtual meeting options throughout the school year to increase accessibility. DCR is dedicated to strengthening our One Hamilton vision, and the committee remains committed to fostering a unified and continuously improving the Hamilton Township School District. The committee welcomes participation from all HTSD stakeholders and individuals interested in co-chairing a subcommittee or becoming more actively involved are encouraged to contact the DCR at dcr@htsdnj.org. And on behalf of Lady Cassandra Hodges-Jones, she would like to close her report with expressing her sincere gratitude to all those who dedicated their time and effort to our committee this year. Your contributions, large and small, are deeply appreciated. We also extend our thanks to Dr. Rocco and Dr. McSheen for their support.
Thank you, Ms. Soto. Do I have any questions in regards to DCR? Dr. Farrar?
No.
Ms. Harvey? Ms. Williams?
No.
Barn? Mr.
No.
Kanka? I actually do have one quick question. In regards to DCR, the recommendations that come out of the committee, I just want to make sure they go to Dr. Rocco and his central office, correct?
Okay. I will make sure that information gets forwarded.
Okay, just want to make sure that they get to him. Thank you very much. So moving to curriculum and instruction, Dr. Farrar?
Last but not least, the CNI committee met last Wednesday. All three members were present. Our agenda was rather light, which is often the case at this time of year. We went over the same things that Mr. Kanka's committee went over and Ms. Soto's committee went over. There are 4 motions I would like to draw your attention to. Motion 6 asks for a final approval on policies 3212 and 4212, which address staff attendance. The changes to those policies reflect changes in state law about employee attendance. And the third policy in the motion, which is 0164, is a second reading which will reconfigure the end of the board meeting so that the new business will now come after the second hearing of the public. Motion 7 also deals with a second read on policy 2461 and 5 corollaries. There are special education policies that are listed in that motion. They already exist in special education law, so the policies are not needed at the district level. And as mentioned last month, Strauss-Esme has suggested we remove them. Motion 8 asks that we accept a $600 donation from Mercer County's Tulipahking Nature Center so that the Layler students may visit there and learn about the Abbott Marshlands. Motion 11 asks the board to reapprove the district's dual enrollment agreements with 4 colleges: Mercer County Community College, TCNJ, William Patterson, and Fairleigh Dickinson. These agreements mean that HTSD students can earn college credit for many of their high school courses. These agreements, among other things, outline the tuition costs for credits, which, as far as I understand, Dr. Rocco, they are not changing cost structure. Mercer County Community College offers students credit for English 101 and 102, which are taught by teachers in the district. TCNJ gives students credit for district AP courses. William Patterson awards credit for Spanish 3, Spanish 4, and AP Spanish. And Fairleigh Dickinson offers credit for Marketing Essentials, Intro to Business, and International Business, which are part of our career and technical program. There are 2 additional programs at universities. Kane University offers credit for students enrolled in Tomorrow's Teachers, and Thomas Edison College awards credit to students in materials processing classes 1, 2, 3, and 4. Those are not on the agenda tonight. Yes,
County Community College.
I'm sorry, say that.
Mercer County Community College is an increase in their.
Isn't it? Okay, Mercer County College is an increase in tuition. And that's where I was going with this. Parents or guardians with students taking these courses can reach out to district guidance counselors to learn how to register and to pay for your students to get the college credit for these courses. Please share this information with other students and adults in their lives. Ms. Thornton and I are constantly talking about how we push out this information, but we still run into people who say, really, you can get credit for AP classes? So, and finally, I wanted to update members about the search for a vendor to provide an online offering for the financial literacy course. Mr. Scotto is reviewing vendors. He has reviewed 4 options at the moment. Of the 4, he is doing further research with a vendor that the district has already been using for other offerings. He likes the vendor because it most aligns with the district's wish list for the online class. The vendor's classes are delivered via video instruction by actual teachers. Lessons are created by the company as opposed to having courses be designed by a third-party vendor. The courses can be modified for our students with IEPs and 504s. English language learners could get an assist from the ability to translate the lessons. Also available is text-to-speech, closed captioning, and read aloud. The program provides guided notes, and students would have the ability to revisit content for reinforcement and study purposes. At this point, Mr. Scotto will look to see how the online program aligns with the in-person course that will be delivered in the district, and he will get back to us. That's all I have.
Thank you, Dr. Farrar. Any questions in regards to curriculum instruction? Ms. Soto?
No, thank you.
Stanton?
No, thank you.
Harvey?
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Ms. Byrne? Mr. Kanka?
No.
Well, thank you very much. I would like to ask Ms. Harvey, do you have anything from the PTA committee?
I do. The PTA presidents met on May 19th at Park Ave. We had folks joining us both virtually and live. The DCR committee had invited PTA presidents to understand more what DCR does. I won't repeat what we have already discussed at tonight's meeting, but DCR did want to reach out to all PTAs to know that they both will send a representative from DCR to talk about what DCR does, that DCR has its monthly town hall-like meetings for the district issues, such as issues affecting discipline, recruitment, retention, and that this can be a great resource for PTAs. They want to encourage both PTA members to join DCR, but also to encourage that DCR just attend your PTA as a resource that's available for you, and that they'd like to broaden the network of PTAs. We also discussed that it was our final meeting for the year, and that next year they will have a format for 4 meetings a year. Dr. Rocco had also given his update, and he had a top 10 great things of the district, which he didn't share with us tonight, but I think it might, some of the things were on the list for his update, but there were more that he mentioned to the PTAs, such as that Langtree came in first for a facilities engagement challenge, that we are going to have further community updates that promote our successes, such as having a coach's corner, publicizing decision day, and that our community fair was the biggest we ever had recently, and that we had our successful tech night. So we then had a quick discussion as to the status of camp, and it's not too late to register for our Hamilton Township camp. With that, I will end. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Harvey. So any questions in regards to the PTA committee, Mr. Kanka?
No.
Ms. Byrne? Ms. Williams?
No.
No, but I do want to thank all of our PTA presidents, boards, and just parents that are involved across the district, because I know all of the work that goes into it and everything that the PTAs really do for our schools.
Ms. Stanton? Dr. Farrar? Ms. Soto?
Yes, just in regards to the DCR recommendation or wish, if you'll be meeting with the PTA presidents again, could you recommend possibly them making it a maybe committee position or board position where they have someone who attends the meetings monthly, or maybe assign 2 people to do it, who can rotate and then report back to the school so that there's constant school engagement?
Yes, while this was our last meeting for the year, we're still in email communication, so I can send out an email to the group of presidents and let them know that that is something that is encouraged.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we're going to move on to monthly suspension report. Do I have any questions in regards to the monthly suspension report? Ms. Soto?
No.
Farrar?
No,
Stanton?
thank you.
Harvey?
No.
Williams? Mr. Byrne? Mr. Kanka?
No.
Monthly HIB report?
No.
Any questions? Monthly health report? Any questions? Okay, so at this time, I'm going to move on to hearing of the public on agenda items. I do only have one person signed up, so I do not need to extend the time period. So at this time, if I could have Peg Kirkuth.
Good evening, all. Tonight, I just want to address the reports that we've just been through. When I went through the agenda today, it said committee reports, and it named all the committees, but there was nothing I could pull out of it and say, what are they going to be talking about? Could there not be some sort of a bullet report that says they'll be talking about the bathrooms that aren't working here, or the roof that needs to be fixed? So something that if I wanted to look into it myself, I could come here and have an intelligent comment to say or question. So I think that they could be a little bit more extensive in the agenda part of it for everybody's help. The second part is just the report that we just went through. HIB, suspension, and medical. There's nothing in those reports. I don't know what you have discussed, and I've been through this before, that there's no, you go into HIB, there's nothing in there. I cannot believe in a school district of this size that there are not incidents that should or were reported. It just doesn't seem possible. The same thing with suspensions. One column follows the other. I think that leaving the reports blank could be construed to be reluctance on the board's part to publicly, acknowledge such incidents in our schools. This is both morally and ethically wrong. As I said, in a school district this size, it's incredible that no suspensions or HIB incidents have been reported. But if it's true, then both items 2, 3, and 4 should at least have the statement that for April 2025, there are no HIB incidents to report in any Hamilton Township school. Same for suspensions and same for health. At a previous meeting, I brought up the lack of transparency on these issues, and it was emphatically said that reporting of HIB suspension incidents is linked to student confidentiality. Nobody is asking for names. I'm going to say that again. Nobody's asking for names. However, the type of incident, numbers of incidents, resolution regarding the incidents, and the specific school location of the incidents should be included. This would be the transparency the residents of Hamilton and the taxpayers, and of course the parents whose children attend Hamilton schools. They not only should know the atmosphere of the schools which their kids are attending, but they also have the right to know these things. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Parker. So that does conclude hearing of the public on agenda items. We're going to go into the agenda. I will start with curriculum and instruction. Dr. Ferrara, can you take us through curriculum and instruction agenda items?
Yes. Upon the recommendation of the superintendent, I move items 1 through 12.
Second.
Okay, I'm going to open that up for questions in regards to curriculum and instruction agenda items 1 through 12. Ms. Soto, do you have any questions?
No questions, thank you.
Dr. Ferrara?
No.
Ms. Stanton?
No, thank you.
Ms. Harvey?
No, thank you.
Ms. Williams?
No, thank you.
Ms. Byrne?
Yes. Actually, I was going to ask Patrick, this guidance for remote learning for 2025, 2026, are there any parameters for that? Like I mean, we all have nightmares of, how long the kids were kept out. And I guess my question is, what are we saying yes to when we?
Yeah, what we're saying yes to is annually, we're required to put together a remote plan of learning. The county requires that, actually the state requires that, and we have to submit that to the county annually. If by chance, for some reason, we had to go remotely, how would we do that? And obviously, we've had experience with that, and we've put that in place, but it is a requirement to say to the county and the state how we would go about that. So that's what we're approving.
Okay, but my question is, in this approval, is there any kind of specifications for like duration? Like how long?
There are not, and there currently, unless the governor or somebody else with authority above the governor were to shut the schools down, there is no authority to shut them down at this point, but in case there was an issue, we have to have a plan. I mean, this goes all the way back, not only did we just live through the pandemic, but going back to the bird flu years ago, we had to develop a plan.
Dr. Rocco, it also applies if we have a hurricane, and we're,
Yeah,
it's really incident specific. If you have a hurricane and we're closed for 3 weeks, we're going to be closed for 3 weeks.
No, I understand
Schools
that.
can't be
I just-
operational.
Yeah, I
so-
just kind of questioned why it's on the agenda tonight, if there's a specific reason, and just knowing what we have all gone through and how
Right. We
long New
did it
Jersey
last
schools
year
were
too, Mrs. Byrne.
closed.
Yeah,
I
we
just
do it
wanted
every
to know
year.
if there was a stipulation as to how long, because I'm sure I'm not speaking for just myself when I'm saying that no parent wants to, we've seen such academic loss for our students. So I just wanted to know, when I say yes, what am I exactly saying yes to?
What you're saying yes to is that we have a plan. This is the plan that we submitted to the county, and if we had to, these are the items that we would do, or this is how we would handle this situation. There's nothing about duration in there. It's just, do we have a plan? And why you're actually approving it tonight is because they require us to do it and submit to them, and I believe it's in June? Yes.
Yeah, we have to submit by July 31st, so you have to have the board approval. It's administrative code requires it, and the Department of Education sends to us specifically what has to be in the remote plan, and then we just build out our plan based on that. And essentially what it is it basically is saying to the state of New Jersey, if the governor or the state themselves decide to shut the schools, we have a plan in place to go remotely. It's not that Dr. Rocco or myself or Marta or any of us can make the decision to go remote for willy-nilly. It is legitimately in response to a state emergency that requires the governor to shut the schools. We have a plan. Every school district in the state of New Jersey is required to submit a plan by July 31st with a board approval.
It's on page 4 of the document too. It's any closure of 3 consecutive school days due to a declared state of emergency, declared public health emergency, or directive by the appropriate health agency or officer to institute a public health-related closure. So that's the scope.
Right, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't agreeing to like some indefinite school closure with this,
Well, as long
policy.
as it's an emergency, then it's an indefinite school closure. The definition is that it's whenever there's the public emergency as defined in the document. So if that goes on for a year, like the pandemic, then the closure would go on. If it goes on for 3 days, like Hurricane Sandy, then it's 3 days. So it's defined by officials that are different than us.
Okay, thank you.
Ms. Byrne, do you have any other questions on curriculum?
No, that's it, thank you.
Mr. Kanka? Any questions?
No.
So I actually don't have a question, but I do have a comment. As Dr. Ferrara mentioned in her committee report in regards to our dual enrollment, I cannot stress enough the opportunities that our students have if they are interested in dual enrollment throughout the district. There's many opportunities at the high school level where our students could earn college credits while they are still in high school, which is an amazing opportunity. If you are a student that is scheduling for next year, or if you're a parent that is helping with your child's schedule for next year, I encourage you to reach out to your schools, reach out to your guidance counselors. They are amazing. I can say that from experience because they work very, very hard every day to help our students not only schedule their classes, but so many other things. Or reach out to our curriculum and instruction department at central office for more information so that you can make a decision based on the information that you have. But it really, truly is a great opportunity if you and your students are interested. So with that, I will ask.
Mrs. Thornton?
Yes.
Just add one more thing. You can't decide in the middle of the semester.
Yes, no, thank you, Dr. Farrar, that is very important. So in order to be considered and to be enrolled in the dual enrollment program, it is something that you do need to decide in September, in the beginning of the school year. You can't change your mind halfway through. So if it is something, as I said, please reach out and get as much information as you can. Wonderful opportunity. With that being said, Ms. Atwood, can you take us through roll call?
Ms. Soto? Yes. Stanton?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Byrne?
Abstain, motion 5, yes to the rest.
Dr. Farrar?
Yes.
Ms. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Kanka?
Yes.
Ms. Thornton?
Yes.
Motion's passed.
Mr. Kanka, can you take us through finance and operation agenda items?
Yes. Upon recommendation of the superintendent, I would like to move finance and operation motions 1 through 17.
Second.
So do I have any questions in regards to finance and operation agenda items? Mr. Kanka, I'll start with you.
Just a couple comments. I would like to bring the board's attention and the public's attention to motion 10. It's our food service debt. The current debt right now is $503,661, and I would like to also bring to the attention that $180,000 of that debt is because it's money that we cannot collect based upon applications not being filed for people with that qualify for free or reduced. And as the year goes on, those individuals, the students, are found to be eligible for that program, but we can't get the money back from that if they don't fill out the application, which, I mean, I don't know how many times I've said it over the year. Fill the application out. Even if you make $1 million a year, just fill it out. You don't know if you're going to qualify or not. And what ends up happening is what's happening now. We're going to be out of $180,000 that has to be paid out of our general fund, also inclusive of the $334,000 of people that don't pay for their lunch. So it's an ongoing problem. It's been in discussion in committee, but I just wanted to bring the attention to the board of how important it is. We would only be talking about $335,000 versus $503,000 because people just don't fill out the forms that we request multiple times during the year. So please, next year, September 25, make sure those forms are filled out so that you can be considered or not considered for the free and reduced. I would also like to bring the attention to the board and the public, motion 13. It's renewal for our health care. The overall average of our health plan, our RX, our dental, everything, the average increase this year is going to be about 18%. And when we spend, the district spends about $33.5 million a year for health care for our staff. And do the math, 18% on $33.5 million, and you can see the challenges that we're going to have this year. This is the highest increase I've seen since I've been on the board. It's going to be a challenge for the finance department, but I'm sure we'll figure it out, and we'll try to be as transparent as possible without violating any ethics here. But I just want to make everybody aware of that. Motion 15 is the food service contract, which I discussed in my report. A decrease in the guarantee, but no increase in the cost of the food. And the other item I brought up was motion 17. The $6,000 in uncashed checks. They are on this agenda to be canceled. So that's all I have to. That's my comments for those four items.
Thank you, Mr. Kenka.
Thank you.
Ms. Byrne, any questions in regards to? Ms. Williams?
I do have one question.
Okay.
So the current, it says here for the financials for the lunch, I just want to ask a question. The current year net student debt paid students is $323,000. And it says we started the current year with 344. So is it 344 plus, like, the current year we incurred 344, or we started, like, that's where we are now?
Ms. Williams, I see Ms. Atwood behind you,
And
kind of
that-
trying to answer the question.
That's not plus. That's basically saying, when we take out that 180,000 that Mr. Kank is talking about for free and reduced, we're actually at a lower level than we started the current year. Not much, but it is a little bit
No,
lower.
that's good, because I thought I was looking at it, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like 344 this year?
No,
Like,
it's
that's what
it's
I'm-
not
I got it.
accumulative.
Okay, good. All
So
right.
we did go down $2,000, but
Yeah, I understand.
it's still a lot of money.
Of course. All right, thank you. It's better than what I was thinking.
And that is going to be a discussion item. I talked to Mrs. Atwood about that for committee. We had a lot on the agenda this month, so we're going to put it off till next month.
Any other questions, Ms. Williams?
No, thank you.
Ms. Harvey? Ms. Stanton?
No questions. I did want to say, though, just to kind of piggyback off of what Mr. Kanka was saying, we want to continue everyone to fill out the applications for the food service. And I want to remind the community that any children that are in foster placement, any children or families that are eligible for EBT, Medicaid, or any of the above social services are almost always also eligible for free breakfast and lunch for their children.
Thank you, Ms. Stanton. Dr. Ferrara?
I have two items. First of all, do we know anything about free and reduced coming up? Is it going to change? Have we had any kind of, nothing yet? The other thing, and Ms. Atwood and I talked about it, there are parents in the district, I've talked to a couple, who don't want their kids buying things at lunch. And there's a mechanism by which they can make sure that doesn't happen. Can you repeat that for me, Ms. Atwood, please?
Correct. If you want me to answer that, I say, correct. If a parent doesn't want a snack or two snacks or whatever in particular, especially if there's an allergy and they can't, you would notify the school, the nurse with an allergy, but notify the school, or you can notify my office, and we will make a note in the program, so when the student comes up, they would not be able to purchase it.
Thank you.
Any other questions, Dr. Ferrara?
No, thank you.
Soto?
No additional questions. We do know there will be reduction in SNAP benefits for individuals who qualify in the fall, which will mean that kids will be hungrier likely during the school day. So again, keep an eye on fellow students, families, and encourage them to apply.
Thank you, Ms. Soto. Okay, seeing that there are no other questions for finance and operation, Ms. Atwood, can you take us through roll call?
Ms. Soto?
Yes.
Ms. Stanton?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Byrne?
Yes.
Dr. Farrar?
Yes.
Ms. Harvey?
I'm abstaining on number 9, purchase order 2503940 on page 38, and number 16, yes to the rest.
Mr. Kanka?
Yes.
Ms. Thornton?
Yes.
Motion's passed.
So, Ms. Soto, can you take us through personnel agenda items?
Yes. Upon recommendation of the superintendent, I move items 1 through 16.
Second.
Do I have a second?
I did.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So do we have any questions on personnel items? Ms. Soto?
No questions.
Dr. Ferraro?
No questions, but I'm very excited because we're making history tonight.
Ms. Stanton?
No questions, but as a say-in mom, I am also excited tonight.
Ms. Harvey?
No questions, thank you.
No questions.
Williams? Ms. Byrne? Mr. Kanka?
No.
Okay, so I would like to, each meeting, every month, we do go through our retirements, and I would like to acknowledge our retirements this evening. So we have a teacher of social studies at Reynolds Middle School, 25 years service to Hamilton, Dawn Crivelli. Supervisor in special services, 31 years service to Hamilton, Jean Gentz. Business assistant, central office, 20 years service to Hamilton, Lisa Rockhill. And a custodian in our district, 18 and a half years service to Hamilton, Enoch Laloy. I would like to congratulate you on your retirement, and we wish you all the best in your future, and we thank you so much for all the time that you've spent here in Hamilton. So, Ms. Atwood, can you take us through roll call? Can you take us through roll call?
Okay.
We're going to do the vote here, and then we'll add the
Okay.
next one.
Yes, sorry.
Ms. Soto?
Yes.
Ms. Stanton?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Byrne?
Abstain, motion 3C. Abstain, motion 13. Abstain, motion 15. And yes to the rest.
What was the last one? I'm sorry, Ms. Byrne, I couldn't, what was the last one?
15?
15?
Abstaining on 15.
Okay, thank you.
I had abstained on 3C, 13, and 15. Dr. Farrar?
Yes, except on motion 3A25 and 3C24, I abstain.
Ms. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Kanka?
Yes.
Ms. Thornton?
Yes.
Motion's passed.
So at this time, did you want to?
No, go ahead.
I do need to add a motion to the personnel agenda item. So at this time, I'm asking for the board, I'm making a motion to accept the resignation of employee number 402390.
Second.
Ms. Atwood, can you take us through roll call?
Ms. Soto?
Yes.
Stanton?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Byrne?
Yes.
Dr. Farrar?
Yes.
Ms. Harvey?
Yes.
Mr. Kanka?
Yes.
Ms. Thornton?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. And at this time, I'm going to pass it on to Dr. Rocco.
Thank you, and we're very excited tonight because we have in the first motion before that last one, we approved 2 of our new principals here in Hamilton Township. We're very excited to welcome Jessica Young as the new Scion Elementary Principal. And Donna Scarabaggio for Mercerville. Donna, Jessica, Donna, meet each other, new principals in the district. You'll be working closely together. I don't know if you'd like to come up to the mic for a moment. Both of you are welcome to come up here.
Okay, so first and foremost, I would like to thank the district administration for their time and effort put into the interview process, as well as the staff, parents, and families who dedicated their time to participate. I want to thank Dr. Rocco and the board members for appointing me moments ago. I'm truly honored and excited to serve as the new principal at Sayin Elementary School. The Hamilton Township School District holds a special place in my heart as my educational career began at Mercerville, and I'm a proud graduate of Nottingham High School. This opportunity feels so full circle. What makes this role even more meaningful is that my daughters began their educational journey at Sayin, so to be given this opportunity to give back and support the staff, students, and families in the community is a privilege and a priority. I bring with me 17 years experience in education, and over the course of my career, I have served in many capacities, wearing many hats and holding various titles. Currently, I am the assistant principal at Franklin Park Elementary School, where I've had the opportunity to grow alongside dedicated educators. I look forward to bring my experience and passion here to Hamilton. I understand I have very big shoes to fill in the departure of Ms. Vassell, and I wish her all the best in her new role. I'm eager to collaborate with district administration and families and continue to honor the mission and vision of our school and district. I firmly believe that not only does every day count, but every child matters every day. Thank you once again for the incredible opportunity to serve Sayin School community and the Hamilton Township School District. I'm excited about what we will accomplish together. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good evening, members of the board, Dr. Rocco, and members of the Hamilton community. I want to sincerely thank you for this opportunity to serve as the next principal of Mercerville Elementary School. I am incredibly honored to be joining such a dedicated district and school with such a strong sense of community and pride. I know that I have big shoes to fill with Mr. Burns' departure, and I want to acknowledge the positive impact that he's had on the Mercerville community. It's clear that there are so many amazing things happening at the school, and I look forward to continuing, supporting, and building upon that foundation. My goal is to work collaboratively with staff, students, and families to ensure that every child grows and thrives academically, socially, and emotionally. I believe deeply in the power of strong relationships, shared leadership, and a school culture where every student feels seen, valued, and supported. Thank you again for this incredible opportunity. I'm truly excited to get started and to become a part of the Mercerville and Hamilton Township family and community. Thank you.
So just to go through the process real quick for the public so they understand, the process for interviewing is quite rigorous, and I think they will admit to that. It starts with what we call a speed round, where they actually virtually go into 3 different rooms with 2 members of senior staff, each asking 2 questions, and they only have 10 minutes in each room. Right? And so they are told, you have 10 minutes to answer 4 questions. There's a theme to each room. I usually work with Miss Atwood, and she asks business questions I can't even answer. I tell her that after each round. And I do leadership questions, and then each room has a theme associated with that. We put something new in this second round, where they were required to give a 20-minute presentation to a group of senior staff members, and then answer 10 to 15 minutes worth of questions before they ever got to a traditional committee of stakeholders. And then out of the committee of stakeholders, finalists came up and met with me for about a 35 to 45-minute interview. And it's 4 rounds that they go through after all their paperwork is screened. These 2 educators and leaders did an amazing job, and we're very excited to have you here in Hamilton Township.
So I am going to move the agenda around a little bit. We do have other business on the agenda for right now, but as we are modifying our policy in regards to the agenda items, I would like to move hearing of the public on school-related matters before other business. So at this time, I'm going to do hearing of the public on school-related matters. And while we're waiting for that list, I have to say, I do see out in the audience one of our retired administrators, and I would like to welcome her back to Hamilton, Miss Cray. Yes, that's okay. Yes, a round of applause because she's amazing. So, and if I am not mistaken, retired from Alexander, correct? So thank you for coming back to be with us. So at this time, I do have 11 individuals signed up for hearing of the public. As we know, we do have a time limit, but every month I do ask the board to extend that time limit. I think it's important to give everybody on the list the opportunity to be able to come and speak. So we have 11, and it's 4 minutes, so I'm asking the board for a motion to extend hearing of the public for all individuals to be able to come up to the microphone.
Are we still holding 4 minutes? Second, sorry.
Second?
Yeah, sorry, Christine.
Chatwood?
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion passes.
I thank the board for accommodating. So at this time, we will start with Noah Barnaz, and I apologize if I did not say that correctly.
Good evening. My name is Noah Barnez. I just got a couple questions for the board. Did I hear correct that you were putting a hold on the project for the preschool at Robinson Elementary School?
That's correct.
When was that decided?
We don't answer questions directly from the public, so if you have questions, you can leave them with our senior staff.
Can I ask them now, or I have to leave it with them later?
You can leave it with them.
With them, leave it later? Okay. Well, I just want to thank you all so much for deciding it. There's a lot of people in the community, not just the neighborhood around Robinson Elementary School, but all throughout Hamilton, who, while we do appreciate and agree with the benefits of preschool education, well, that location exactly and the funding means that we have seen approved by the school board are not exactly our all cup of tea. So I want to thank you all for putting a hold on it. And, you know, there's a lot of people who think there's not a whole lot of transparency with the school board. When, you know, people ask questions like the interest rate on the bonds from the county, how much the interest is and how long it takes to get paid back. A lot of people are turned off to the idea from the school when it's not known like that. Or when we decide how the kids are going to be selected on how they get into the school, because there are supposed to be, I believe, around 350 students, but, you know, there are about 900 to 1,000 preschool age kids in Hamilton in any given year. So how we decide that, it's things like that which turn a lot of people off. So I'd like to thank you for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Barnez. And if there's any questions that you have, please, you can leave your name and number with Ms. Atwood, and we'll make sure we get those answered.
Thank you kindly.
Thank you. Jessica Trombina.
Good evening, and thank you for your public service. My name is Jessica Trombino. I live in Hamilton, and I have one child left in the school district. I felt that it was important that I speak up about what I'm coming to the school board meetings and hearing about the decision that was made in regards to building the pre-K building. I really feel like it was. It could have been more transparent with the community. I know so many people that don't know anything about it, but the only reason I do is because I come to the school board meetings. And of course, I love that there's preschool education, but I think that there are some really important special supervision that needs to happen for 3- and 4-year-olds. They need safe accessibility. plenty of outdoor space, and I saw the plans, but I know that you're taking up quite a bit of the space that you've already mapped out, but also up and down stairs, I mean, that's, you know, kids, babies like that are, it's hard for them to go up and down stairs, and they would need special, like, staff, I feel like, to be going up and down stairs. And also the bus systems for 3 and 4-year-olds. I think that's, I mean, I think that if there were preschools, I feel like it should be in each neighborhood, because that way there's accessibility to walk to the schools. And also, I feel like the whole process was really just rushed through. It really didn't get any community input, and I felt like we could have had like town hall meeting or something to kind of get a survey maybe and have people more involved. And I really appreciate what you all do, don't get me wrong, but I really think that it affects the community directly. And also the cost, it's like, I mean, I understand where the monies are coming from, and I think that's awesome that there's a grant and that Mercer will match those funds and then some, but I don't think that there was a whole lot of transparency in regards to it, and I think that there's some more questions even in regards to it. But also, I think that I was reading that there are still some teacher shortages, and we have aging buildings, and unfortunately, there's a lot more, like, it seems like special education is growing, and we need more resources for that. So I really think that the decision that has been made is just been so expedited. But also, I wanted to point out that we are in a gubernatorial race right now, and I know we're going to be getting a change of governor soon, and who knows what resources that and what new grants and opportunities will be presented to us in the next 4 years. So I was hoping that maybe we could, you know, slow down this whole process and maybe see, you know, if there's a better opportunity or something that we could talk about as a town maybe and have better perspectives. Also, since I have just a couple more seconds, I just wanted to mention that I heard some talk about that there's a possibility of the school district, I think it's called grade banding, making kids leave their neighborhoods and going to assigned schools that are for specific grade levels. And I really would love it if you guys would consider having a town hall and maybe a community survey or something where the community can get involved and really there'll be where we can actually have dialogue and questions be answered in regards to the change in our neighborhoods, because we really love that our kids are within the neighborhoods that they go to the schools in. And I wanted to thank you for your time, and have a good night.
Thank you. John Muka?
Good evening, everybody. Thank you for the time that I have to speak to you this evening. I want to address some issues about the Robinson Pre-K project. And first of all, it's on hold. Nobody knows what that means. How long is it going to be on hold? What's the situation? What are we going to do next? You know, we're always being characterized as people that don't understand the value of pre-K. Well, I think it's very disingenuous, because we all realize that there is value in that, and we don't want to stop pre-K in Hamilton, and we don't want to put it on hold either. We want to have a discussion about the best way to do it here. And I'm afraid when you look at the map of the Robinson School site, and you put that building on it, it does seem like a mega pre-K, and it feels that way to the people in the neighborhood. And since it's 3 to 5 times bigger than any other pre-K operation in our little community of Hamilton, it's not a bad thing to say that it is a mega pre-K. Now, I would clear up a little bit of economic education here. So I've been asking about how much is the interest that we're going to be due on $18 million of bonds. And, you know, again, we get half of the story and then we're supposed to go away. Well, of course, we don't know what the interest rate is going to be when the bonds are finally placed. But when they do get placed, it's going to be astronomical. Because right now, the interest rate is 3.59%. And when you take $18 million of bonds, you are going to be responsible for $640,000 worth of interest every year that those bonds are outstanding. So that adds up to, over 10 years, $6.4 million of interest. So that's over half of what the state is going to give us as part of building that building. So we should take that into consideration. And similarly, if you borrow money on bonds for the pool project, well, that's $4 million worth of interest. Now, I understand that we don't want to raise taxes, but we're willing to spend $6 million of interest and more or less throw it away, just so we don't have to ask the permission of the taxpayers to spend money for these projects. So I think it's time we own up to this. We put it as a referendum, which is probably what it should be. These discussions belong in a town hall style meeting where we can have back and forth and not have some silly rules about not answering questions as they occur when we're talking about strategy. Thank you.
Carolyn Kasha.
Hi. Yeah, I just wanted to talk about the Robinson Pre-K. I think last meeting, somebody made an analogy about, driving on the fast lanes and merging, and I'm not sure, but it was about the reasoning behind it. And I wanted to offer an analogy as well. I went to a cardiologist once, and we're talking about my cholesterol, and he said, Carolyn, that's only part of the picture. You have to look at the whole picture. You have to look at the triglycerides, you have to look at your A1C, you have to look at lifestyle, stress, and sleep hygiene. Look at the whole picture, and that's what I'm asking you all to do tonight. Think about, I know education is your passion, it's your focus, but think about the whole community, the long-term, hardworking people that live near and around the school, how this will impact their quality of life. Many of them are teachers. Many of them have spent their whole lives contributing to the existing schools. We care, but you have to think about everyone. Think about the entire population of Hamilton and how this will impact them financially down the road. So that's mainly what I'm asking you. I know it's your passion, I know it's your focus, but don't let that focus become myopic. Think of everyone when you're making these decisions going forward. Thank you.
Kay Moots.
Good evening, everybody, and thank you for your service, for your public service. My name is Kai Motz. I'm German. I can't hide my German accent. I'm living in the United States for 13 years now and in Hamilton Township for 9 years. In the meantime, I'm also at the PTA board at Robinson Elementary School, and I'm a strong supporter of a pre-K, a public pre-K, also here in Hamilton Township. But as the previous speakers already mentioned, the transparency was not given over the past 12 months for us in the public, and I do not want to repeat everything what was told before, but I had just a look on the traffic study, which was basically also only forced then by the residents and was not taken into account beforehand. And when I look at that one, that looks pretty immature for me, because when I read that 93 parents only would bring the kids to school out of 375, because the ratio which was taken was just from Robinson Elementary School, no 3 and 4 years old kid would go to school alone, for example. 10% were counted as going alone to the pre-K, as well as then 105 kids going by bus to school. And this traffic study does not reflect the reality. So most of the parents would bring them, and this should have been done in reference to other public pre-Ks in other townships like New Brunswick, taking some traffic data from there, how the kids come to school, instead of just referencing to how the kids come to school, to Robinson Elementary School. So like Mr. Kaler already said, we should continue this. We all are strong supporters, at least many of us are that, and a town hall meeting and perhaps a referendum about how to proceed would be very successful. And thanks for your attention.
Thank you. Pat Johnson? Okay. Brad Wood?
Hello. Again, thank you for your service, everything you do. And thank you for trying to get an extension for the time. 4 minutes might be good for somebody from New Jersey who can talk fast, but us slow speakers need a little bit of extra time. I had a speech prepared. I'm going to waive most of my time. And thank you for putting this on hold. Thank you for slowing down the process. When it resumes, I have a child who's going to be going to Robinson. One thing that I didn't see in the conversation about this, and thank you, Dr. Rocco, for the community updates and addressing some of the concerns, was about how this construction project, and whether it's a mega pre-K, it's not really an addition. It's a major construction project, and how that would impact the children who are trying to go to school at Robinson during the process of construction was my worry from the beginning. Other parents I've talked to, that was their worry from the beginning, as well as other things, of course. So any concept of what kind of dust is going to be generated by this construction activity, so close to the current school, how to keep it out? Is it possible to keep that dust, the diesel exhaust from all this heavy machinery, the noise, not just the major impacts, the pile driving, but the chronic noise of a construction site? There are studies that show that noise pollution is detrimental to educational outcomes. So when this project resumes, I would like to see some sort of discussion in that to be addressed. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Marty Flynn?
Thank you, Madam President, Dr. Rocco, administrators, board members. Congratulations to all the teachers that you honored today. We all know that teachers are the backbone of the district, so congratulations to them. Congratulations to the new administrators. Good job, good luck. I'm here as a lifelong Hamilton resident. I grew up 1 block from Robinson School on Copperfield Drive. And I felt compelled to speak because we met with a group of people last week, over 100. And I'm just wondering where you're getting all the negative feedback from people, because those 100 or so people really did not have a lot of negative things to say concerning the pre-K portion of it. Most of their concern was certainly information, a lack thereof, and transparency. Everyone that I've talked to, and most of the people who are here tonight, understand how important pre-K is. All the data indicates that, the earlier you start, the better children are. That's just, everybody knows that. And we should support, and most of us support a pre-K. I certainly do. So they're coming from the standpoint of information. They weren't given enough. They didn't feel it was transparent. My motivation here tonight is really to see if maybe we can push it in the direction I didn't know was going to be held up, but maybe push it into the direction of a collaborative effort of parents and neighbors of Robinson, school and district-wide residents that maintains our neighborhood school concept that I believe can be accomplished while being honest, forthright, and transparent. As presented, this is not a good plan for the children, in my opinion. Just some background, indulge me a little bit. I'm a career educator. I taught and supervised at every level from elementary through the graduate level courses that I taught at TCNJ. I was a teacher, coach, and administrator in Hamilton Township. And you know, it was great. My colleagues, we worked and always tried to improve and stay current in Hamilton and leave things a little better than they were when we got there. Then I went to West Windsor Plainsboro Regional School District as a district administrator. I was a member of leadership teams that built West Windsor High School Plains North and Thomas Grover. I was responsible for all aspects of the health, physical education, and athletic facilities, staffing, and curriculum. I actually taught that facilities class when I was teaching at the college in New Jersey. And when we finished those two schools, we circled back and put together, man, that's going fast. You're gonna give me a couple minutes, right? I feel like I'm running a race. As a district, we circled back $25 million district-wide facility upgrade referendum that included a second question for athletic turf fields. And we got that all through community support in a very demanding district, as is Hamilton. The key was transparency, where the residents demanded that information and the Board of Education demanded that information from the administration as well. We were put at the table and said, okay, you're the expert. Let's hear what you have to say. Let's make sure we share it with the community, make sure we meet with PTAs and we get people involved. I left education to become a director of economic development, chief of staff with Mayor Kelly 80 a few years ago. And we did 9 major economic development projects. We had an additional 1,000 jobs out of those. I was also on the planning board, and this is what kind of goes hand in hand with what I'm trying to talk about, is the planning board during that time, and these projects so that we can meet the criteria for building in Hamilton. And I tell you this so that those who don't know me understand my background. A big concern with our neighbors has been transparency.
Mr. Flynn, I
I
do
don't-
apologize. Your time is up.
Oh, I thought you were going to
That
give
not work?
extensions.
Is that not working?
Yeah, it's working. I thought you were giving extensions.
Oh, no. So 4 minutes, meaning 4
Is it
minutes per
extension?
individual. Extension, we only allow 20 minutes on.
20 minutes? I don't need
minutes
20
total.
minutes.
So
Oh,
that would
okay.
only give us
So you're saying
small
that
amount.
that's it?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Okay, all right. I shouldn't have gone through my resume. I probably should have just said, people are objecting to the busing, only because you're going to put a 4 or 5-year-old child on a bus in University Heights, send him to Robinson School for a 25-minute bus ride.
Mr. Flynn, I do apologize, but I have to be fair to everyone and allow everyone only 4 minutes. My apologies.
No problem. It's a shame that you don't have some kind of input. And some of the comments that were made about the negativity of people don't want children
Mr.
in their
Flynn,
school
your
district
time
is
is up.
Mr.
ridiculous.
Flynn, I do apologize, please. Thank you. Thank you. Peg Kirkhoff? Oh. Push it too soon.
Good evening again. Okay, I think that for some of you who have not been at school board meetings before, welcome to the non-question, the non-answerable questions, or the questions that won't be answered at this meeting. Meetings are supposed to be back and forth. This meeting is not back and forth. This format is not back and forth. As several people have suggested, a town hall format where these people who are by this school and other residents of Hamilton have a right to an input as to what is happening with our children. A lot of us have been portrayed as people that don't like preschools, that we're against it, that we have some sort of other agenda. Some members more specifically stating that than others. That's not true. There's not a person in this room that has anything against preschool. But how this was done, again, as Marty was saying, is the problem. It was not presented to us in a format as adults. It was told to us as if we were the children. This is what's going to happen. We have been reviewing it. We've decided that this is what's best, and here you go. That's why the pushback that you're receiving, that's why you're getting it. Because we didn't have any way to push back during the process of deciding what's going on. And I agree, again, busing a child from here to Robinson for preschool is kind of a ridiculous plan. It's not good for the parents, it's not good for the kids. So you have a child here at University Heights, you have a preschooler at Robinson. Oh, well, isn't that wonderful? Isn't that going to make our lives easier? You're already a busy parent, and this is just going to complicate it more. The traffic study I read through today, let's just say it was 6 pages of verbiage and 31 pages of designs and streets and lines and all this other stuff. I don't know how long it took for them to do that traffic study, but it seemed to me that it wasn't even on the table until about 6 or 8 weeks ago, when the architect stood here and said what the plans were going to be. So this is the problem. This is the problem. And I respectfully ask that we try to make a different format, and that you respect the people of Hamilton Township for their input. We care about our kids. We care about our grandchildren. We care about our neighborhoods, as I'm sure you do too. But we have to do this in a sharing, common sense, working together format. Not this, no, I can't answer your question format, to the simple question as to how long is this going to be on hold? That was a simple question, and we couldn't even get an answer. Thank you.
Thank you. Kiana Alexander? No longer here. Janice Glonick?
Three guesses what I'm going to talk about, and the first two don't count. Okay, I ordered some cards. I got them, get well cards and birthday cards. I got them, I opened them up to see what the inside looked like. Did they have a design? And the whole messages in all of them were written in cursive. Thank God I am sending them to people who can read it. Just imagine if I was sending it to someone who could not read cursive. Now, as I said before, everyone's going to come across it sometime in their life. We need it to be implemented in our schools thoroughly. And I was told there was no time in the schedule. Well, guess what? We're making a new schedule for next year, so we can put it in. And it's only going to take 15 to 20 minutes a week, which we should be able to do with no problem. 3rd grade teaches it. So they practice it throughout the year. And you check, make sure all the schools are doing it, so they're teaching how to make the letters. We also need to teach, and that also has to do with 1st grade too, that the lines on the paper are not for decoration. They're for the letters to touch, not for the letters to float through. And so that needs to be emphasized. 4th grade needs to practice writing the words. Easy to do. They have a spelling test, first 3 words. I mean, you print the whole thing, but the first 3 after that, you have to do in cursive, and the teacher can mark it, and next Monday, she can show how it should have been written. So they're practicing there. And then halfway through the year, every 3rd week, they have to write a sentence. The teacher writes a sentence using their spelling words, and they have, or print a sentence, and they have to write it. So that would give them writing practice and doing sentences every 3 weeks, 15 to 20 minutes. And then comes 5th grade. Fifth grade needs to be able to read it. So what they're going to do, once a week, the teacher writes the sentence on the board, and they have to print what it means. It needs to be done so they can read writing. They're going to come across it. We want to be a district that's going to be proud to say our kids can write it, our kids can read it, and they're not going to be embarrassed sometime in their life when the boss hands them something and they can't read it. Okay? It needs to be done. We don't want them humiliated. We want them to say, sure, I can read this thing, no sweat, or I can write it down for you. And we need to do it 15 to 20 minutes a week. Nothing that can't be done and put in. Makes it simple and easy. And then the other thing is, I went to the parade. The band was outstanding. I was impressed how big it was. I mean, my God. But maybe now they can start getting into having their own bands at the school. But it really was impressive. And they really should have had some kind of banner across the front to say, you know, Hamilton 3 bands. So because I'm thinking, what school are they from? You know, and I asked somebody, and one of the chaperones, she goes, oh, the 3 high schools. I went, oh, okay. So it would be nice, you know, big banner somebody carries and say, the 3 bands of Hamilton. But they were outstanding.
Thank you, Ms. Carnes. So at this time, we're going to move to other business. Do any board members have anything under other business? I'll start with Ms. Soto.
No, thank you.
Dr. Ferrara?
No, I'm sorry, we're laughing because Ms. Soto actually had a 5x8 banner for the parade, and they decided not to carry it.
Ms. Stanton?
No, thank you. Everyone have a great evening.
Thank you. Ms. Harvey?
No, thank you.
Ms. Williams?
No, thank you.
Ms. Byrne? Mr. Kanka?
Yes. Sorry, guys. First of all, I want to acknowledge the Board of Education, Dr. Rocco and his administrative staff for the many, many meetings we had over the past 5 years under strategic plan. A lot of the conversation that took place tonight also took place during those meetings. And if we had the same enthusiasm then as we had tonight, we may not be having to answer questions like we have that are being brought forward to us. It was an open dialogue. The strategic plan started prior to COVID, was suspended, was continued after COVID. And the board brought forth many, many suggestions and concerns about the preschool. But like I say, we had 4 years of dialogue. And I saw the email list that was attributed to that strategic plan, which was open to the public. Anybody could sign up and attend anytime that they wanted. And the meetings, I didn't attend every single meeting, but I attended the majority of them. And the board members that attended, I appreciate your response. The administrative, they were all there. And there was several administrators from different schools, teachers, all had input into what this plan was going to try to accomplish over the next several years. And the majority of the meetings, if we had 40 people there, I would say 35 were district employees. If we had 5 people from the public show up at these meetings, that was a lot. So as far as the board not being transparent, we had discussions on this stuff, and we had no input from the public because the public never showed up. And they were advertised every time at this board meeting. They were advertised on our website, and there was an email chain that went out. If you signed up and you were interested, you received an email. And there was times that Dr. Rocco had to postpone a meeting because of lack of interest. So, I don't know what else we could have done to create a discussion with people in the public, but I thought that that was it was a start, and it was a continuation of a discussion. Preschool wasn't the only thing that we discussed in these things. We discussed everything. We discussed building renovations. We discussed curriculum. We discussed block scheduling. We discussed a multitude of things. But the one thing that stuck out was the preschool. And I respect everybody that had an opinion tonight and the dialogue that was created over the past 4 months. But like I say, if we had that dialogue when the announcement was made back in January, there may have been a different approach to this whole thing. So hopefully we can get more interest in the future. As far as putting a hold on it, there was just, like I said, there was a lot of board members that had a lot of questions, and it was brought up. There was just too many questions that were unanswered, and that's why it was put on hold. So once we get our questions answered, keep submitting your concerns, and then maybe we can start the dialogue again publicly, like we have in the past 4 years, right after COVID. So.
Can I dovetail off of Mr. Kanka? Mr. Kanka, we also had a meeting with the architect. There was no time limit on that meeting.
That's correct.
Anybody could have come, they could have asked questions of Dr. Rocco, of the architect, the plans were there. We could have had a huge dialogue there. It could have been a town hall. Nothing prevents people from asking questions when Dr. Rocco brings in the architects of the project, the pictures of the project. They stood in the front of the room. There were no questions.
Nothing. There was nothing. There was no participation, and there was no questions. So I just want to thank the board for their input and their hard work, because I was part of, we were all part of those discussions. I had questions for the administration. They were answered. The time for question and answer at a open public meeting, a board meeting, is not the time. The time is when we have a forum for that particular item, not a general meeting where everything is being discussed throughout the whole district. So if we're going to start the process again, who knows how long it's going to be put on hold? Like I said, there was so many things that had to be answered that weren't answered in a timely manner, and that's why the board made this decision. So is there, and like you say, it was brought up tonight about, the rate on the bond. Well, it's a moving target. If I could tell you one thing today, 2 weeks from now, it could be something different. So it's a question that can't be answered until we get down to the 11th hour. And so what I would like to do is just say, let's start it over again, get it going, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Thank you.
And my next point I would like to make is June, July, and August is casual attire month for the board.
Okay.
And that includes the administrators and our board attorney. So that's all I have.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you
Hagan.
for your attention.
So I actually do have an item under other business for the board. Our next meeting is on June 11th. I am asking the board to reschedule that meeting, and I'm asking the board to see if we can possibly do June 16th, which is a Monday. June 11th is kind of early, and there's other things that are scheduled throughout the district that I think are important to be able to, for everyone to be able to attend. So I'm asking, is the board open to looking at June 16th, which is a Monday, for our June meeting, which will be before graduation? I can't believe I'm saying graduation. Is June 16th, does that work for everyone?
That works.
It works, yeah. Works for me.
Harvey?
I have to make a change to my schedule. I will try to do that.
And Ms. Thornton, that would be back to our typical 5:30, correct? Okay, thank you.
Soto?
Graduation day? Okay, more of I want to be there versus I need to be there, but.
So I will say June 16th, if for a reason we still do have time to be able to adjust it if board members can't make it. I'm just, like I said, just asking for everyone to kind of be open. And Ms. Atwood, when would we have to make a final decision on that date? Today?
Carried, that would be 4 days before the meeting, but this is a change of our official date. Do we have to do anything different?
Yes, the official date is June 11th, and I'm asking for it to change to June 16th.
Do we need anything different?
That's not part of the annual notice, so you have to advertise it.
It was part of the annual notice.
The June 16th date?
11.
June 11th.
Yeah, so a change in date has to be re-advertised.
Well, we would, but is it just 4 days before the meeting as usual, or does it
That's
have to
correct.
be re-advertised?
4
earlier?
days.
Then that's it, 4 days. I didn't know if it was anything special.
So I'm asking for the board to make a motion to change our June 11th meeting to June 16th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Motion passes.
I thank the board for being accommodating in regards to changing that. And at this time, I'm going to ask the board to make a motion to go into executive session for
So
human
moved.
resource matters.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained?
Whereas NJSA 10:4-13 requires adoption of the board to go into executive session, be it resolved that the board pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, New Jersey Title 18A, and the Hamilton Township Board of Education bylaw number 0166, hereby enter executive session to discuss.
We're
a
trying to
matter
close the
involving
meeting,
human
please.
resource matters. Be it further resolved that the minutes of this executive session shall be made public following formal action by the board and/or at the conclusion of investigation, due process proceeding, or litigation, so long as not prohibited by law, and so long as the need for maintaining confidentiality no longer exists. We will not be coming out to do any business of the board or voting. Thank you.